Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, you're listening to World Combat Sports. What is good? Hopefully, everybody's enjoying their Thursday. We're going to get right down to the smoke because this is what it's all about. What's going on? Alexander, what's good? I see you floating around in the other live chat. What's good with you, man? So, people, you know what it is. It's that time again where you just have to address the open floor. You know what I'm saying? You have to just understand the reality of the core of some of these individuals when it comes to the sport of boxing. Boxing is always going to have debates, but really it's the internal divide. I'm talking about the divide when it comes to areas that people don't want to talk about, right? It comes to things like the topics of when black media is basically supporting certain black fighters. Let's just say certain black fighters. And then there's the other ones, because a lot of black fighters, man, they pretty much have over the time dominated a lot of areas in the sport of boxing, right? So you have black Mexican fighters or whatever. So when it comes down to supporting a particular fighter, I hear this strangeness, right? I hear this weird soft tissue, you know what I'm saying? Baby diaper, grown ass man drooling at the mouth, slobbering. You know, these motherfucking soft ass fuck boys out here. They're saying, oh, every time you support a top elite black fighter, you're a dick rider. I think you're a sissy just for saying that shit. Real talk, that's old school shit. I think you're a sissy for saying that shit. When it comes down to it, if it's not Deontay Wilder, Nance Devin Haney, you try to go on somebody else's. Look, shout out. I'm gonna drop names today because this is what it's about. And you know, if they take offense to it, I really don't care. But the link is in the chat, though. You know what I'm saying? That's where the link is at. Shout out to Coco the Don Boxing. What's good? So, you know, shout out to Punch Drunk. I had the opportunity to drop through. Nothing bad to say about the cat. That's the first time I was on this panel for while it lasted or whatever. It was just some things I disagreed with when it came down to the acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? I really don't sit up here and voice other channels. And this is not in a bad way. I actually like the panel that was up there, but it was some temporaries on there, you know, with big mouths that obviously I never even dealt with. But since it must have rubbed them the wrong way, people. Since the debate I had on H Money's channel, man, I've been having these group of Hispanics, Mexicans, or whatever. They all teamed up and they got dang all together, you know, sending messages and shit, all upset, you know, banding together because one of their friends got cooked on a different channel in a boxing debate. So they come and they think, oh, let me get over there. I'll talk them. So you heard Glenn come over here. And Glenn, you here, you can click the link, bro. You hear this dude, the Glenn, I don't even know who he is, but I have seen him. I really don't know him, but I've seen him on another channel before. And the only thing I can relate to him is when he had the debate with JFL, that's one of H Money's, you know, moderators over there. That constantly a genuine loyal supporter of that particular channel. So the only thing I can remember, you know, it was a lot of rah, rah, rah. So when he came over here, I already knew what it was about. So y'all got to understand, like, y'all got to understand how it goes back, you know, for some of these old school cats like myself. You don't let a fuck nigga take you out of character so easily. You just allow them to goddamn present themselves and whatever they got to talk about. And then you got Hefe coming over here, always doing the same shit, whining on everybody else's platform, talking about, and we got to catch that fade. I'm getting this. He came on my channel talking about he slaughtered me in debate. Nigga, check this out. What is the debate and what is crying and complaining? I just got to call it for what it is. Because look, the only thing I've been seeing is y'all crying about this Teofimo Lopez fight with Vasily Lomachenko when we're saying that Devin Haney's being ducked. Y'all up here crying like babies, man, grown ass babies. Cats, this look, dudes that'll come in my live chat and won't even freaking jump on the panel if the link is in there. But if they do, they'll come up here and try to overtalk you with all that unnecessary energy. Now, how easy is it for me to just remove them from the stream? Did you actually see my live stream? Because this is the only time I'm gonna give these dudes some play, right? Did you see my last live stream when Glenn was on his way off, and then you had Hefe and L Dog? L Dog is the second component that I freaking toasted over there in H Money's channel, right? So therefore, they come over here and Glenn says, I'm gonna let them, they my biggest fan. They don't like me, they be talking shit. So therefore, boom, I'll take them one by one. Boom, let Hefe on here, he ain't talking about shit. The same old nonsense, talking about he slaughtered somebody and he want to come over here. I want to talk boxing. That's the debate, right? He come in here ain't talking about shit. So boom, he's off. He wants to start getting personal about Glenn's personal life. I don't do that shit. I don't get in people's personal life. That's why I only allow them to have so much leeway to the point where don't allow these cats to start thinking that they really getting off on you. Like they powering up and that shit means something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get in the person shit. He was getting the person shit, so I kicked him off. Then L Dog get on here. I ran him off just by asking him a simple question. You know, what trumps are mandatory, all that shit. Because they're really elevating this franchise belt. And he hurried up and scurried off. But in the meanwhile, while he was here, the same person, Glenn, he was still back here. And he came on and said, he came on periodically, back and forth. Still let this nigga on, right? Now he's saying Hefe and L Dog is two cats he don't fuck with. They're his biggest fans. But yet, what I hear, he gets back on when I'm lightly debating with somebody already toasted. And I'm chilling that day. I'm really chilling. I'm kicked back. And he gets on here and say, I just want to come on and say, L Dog, you're really making some good points. You're really making some good points, L Dog. And you know what? I just don't know why y'all say what y'all say about me and everything. What? You just called these niggas out, right? And said they wasn't shit. That's the op. Them motherfuckers the op. And then you turn back around and hop on this motherfucker and say, well, I just want to agree with L Dog because I think he makes some valid points. Now listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you can find a live that I've been on somebody else's channel, and I don't even use all them terminologies and shit. When he got down talking about dick riding and all that shit. But you help me understand what that shit was. These niggas get on here and talk so loudly and fast and get all upset. And then if you sitting there chilling, right? You sitting there chilling. They trying so hard to get you to just speak up and get all, but everybody ain't cut from that soft ass cloth, man, that baby diaper cloth. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't cut from that. So these motherfuckers get on here and try to get you out of character. And then what they say? You're emotional. You're emotional. Look, I was talking just like I'm talking to you all now. And a motherfucker can be making sense and they try to say you emotional. If that ain't the most pussy thing that's out there right now, because people abuse that shit. People just sit up here and say the same stuff over and over again. And then I'm on that dude channel and shout out to Punch Drunk, man. I ain't got nothing with that dude. You know, he actually had a pretty decent panel today. And I didn't agree with a lot of what he said, but yet his panel was good. And like I said, I have to drop names because I'm not going to speak in code for this particular session. So I had this guy named Guido on there. Guido's probably tuned in. And I don't even know the dude. But every time you know you're doing something right, when you're not afraid to debate anything is when motherfuckers go on other people's channel and talking about, hey, you getting body, you getting body. Everybody's abusing this word body. I've seen people actually lose their life though in combat. To me, they're called casualties. In that perspective, they was casualties of war, right? But this particular instance, you hear guys saying body, body, body all the fucking time. Body, body. And it's not even true. So they go on somebody else's channel and they co-sign for their boys. We're talking about grown fucking men. How much of a fuckboyism is that to go on other people's channel? And then the only time you jump on is when you see my logo. Oh, World Combat Sports on. Let me jump on. And then you just can't wait for me to say something that I disagree with your narrative. And you say, oh, that's why so-and-so jumped on your channel and bodied you. Man, that is the worst and the most played out shit that I can hear. That absolutely do nothing for me. Like, I'm expecting these niggas to be built different. You're just not going to get me out of character. Even me talking to you now, I'm just talking. But if you want to come have a debate, let's have a debate. But nigga, if I don't know you, what the fuck are you talking about? You mad because we're on there talking about Devin Haney. Look, and obviously y'all mad about something because everything you say about the guy is just devaluing everything he's done in boxing. You don't have nothing good to say. When a person don't have anything good to say about a fighter, then guess what? What is it considered? Hating, right? Let me go to the motherfucking chat, man. H Money in the building. Salute to you. Jacko Fitness, what's good? Salute WCS. You're a true unbiased media. They don't make them like you in the game no more, man. The same to you, man. Salute to Jacko Fitness, AWD, man. I don't know why my man ain't got no wrench, man. Coco the Don. Seneca J in the building. Man, I just want y'all don't have to even click the link to get on if you don't want to. But check this out, because I fight my own battles. It's all good. But this is one of those deals where, you get motherfuckers on YouTube responding to the video. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't really did a lot of videos on one fighter because I cover multiple fighters. But I think, and I know for a fact, that the situation is going on with Devin Haney is rubbing people the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers got sandpaper and shit, goddamn rubbing them up for, oh shit, I can't wait for another live when they talk about Devin Haney. They just, motherfuckers just rubbing themselves with sandpaper and shit, calling self bodily harm. These motherfuckers upset only because of this, y'all. This is what I said today, and I'm trying to get clarity on this, right? I got to go to this video right quick. I'm trying to get clarity because this is the way I feel about this too. This is the way I feel. So nobody's scared of the smoke. No one's ever been scared of the smoke. And you never hear me on somebody else's platform, but obviously you got some people that's extremely irritated from what happened on H Money's channel when two people was toasted at the same time, and then all this collective group of amigos start getting together and dropping messages and shit, coming in on ghost accounts. No, nigga, come in on your own account, nigga. Come on, come in on your own true account. Don't come on this motherfucker on fake accounts. Come on your shit. Let a nigga on 3 times the other day. Still didn't have nothing to say. And he's trying to talk down on me, actually like he's really getting across. Man, come on. I told you the real ones where I grew up, they didn't say much. They did not say much, man. But let me get to this video. And this is what I'm trying to tell them when it comes down. The point I'm trying to make, man. Check this video out right quick, yo. I just want you to check this video out. It's not even a new video, but shout out the Nest, man. It makes Hey, I'm back. Let me get this live back up. Somehow it froze or whatever. Hey, welcome my guy, Jackal Fitness, man. What's good with you?
Hey, now you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man. What's good, Jackal Fitness? Everybody's Jackal Fitness.
Not just tuning in.
I just had to come over here and give a smoke session right quick. Hopefully, they click the link right quick, man. Appreciate
Showing
you
some
stopping
support,
through. Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate it. Let them know where you at, man. Where your footprint at, man. What you do when it comes to boxing, man.
Oh yeah, we in Brentwood, Long Island, home birthplace of the WBC, IBF.
You going in and out, Shalon. You going in and out, man. Hey, come back in, man. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. I said we in Brentwood, Long Island, birthplace of Earl Spence, the WBC IBF world champion.
Hey, that's real talk, man. I appreciate you stopping through, man. A lot of cats may not know these dudes over here, man. Some of the real ones in the boxing game. That's the first time I actually met the Russells when we was in the hotel lobby and everything. But before that, man, walking the streets, meeting people, going to boxing matches, man. They done did it all, man. They some real ones in the game. You might not know too much about them, but they know damn near every fighter that's out there right now that's on the highest tier. So I salute for y'all being the real ones in the game, man, and what you did. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. You know what you did for me with that watermark, man. You helped me put my stamp on it. And now the world knows a little bit about Jackal Fitness, man.
Well, they know more than a little, dog. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all the originals, man. All three of y'all that roll together, man. Y'all the originals, man. And I definitely look forward to having that round table for a second time, my brother.
Oh yeah, that was dope, man. I appreciate that, man. That was a good look, man. That was a good look.
Hey, stay on right quick. I'm gonna basically bring this video up right quick, man. But stay on there,
okay.
Shalon. All
right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna share this right quick. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about when it comes to Devin Haney and how they basically trying to omit the prestige in having the world title, period. All because of how he got it. So let me go right here to one of the videos I absolutely appreciate, one of the original videos. And shout out once again to Ness of the Boxing Voice for putting this out there. TBV, salute to him. But check this out, though. And tell me why cats ain't confused.
Get it undisputed now because he was waiting for the winner of Colme and Teofimo to become undisputed and have a unification in that division. By being franchised, he can't be undisputed.
He is undisputed because the franchise champion represents the WBC. He is a world champion of the WBC.
You just can't lose that status, and your rules just says that the franchise can't lose. So if he fights in the IBF with all the belts, quote unquote undisputed, the WBC franchise is on the line. He loses, he doesn't lose the franchise, and he can't give the title to the champion according to your rules.
It is a non-transferable situation.
So how is it undisputed?
It is undisputed. It is undisputed.
It's so confusing, right?
It is confusing. I don't want to get into it because you have your mind completely set
I'm just
on
trying
something.
to wrap my head around it.
Can you believe that there's instant replay in football? 20 years ago, there was a tremendous move against everything that had to be technology. You have to move on to the times. People want to see the best fight happen. Lomachenko wants to fight the best challenge possible. And we are permitting through the franchise champion to to go and fight other champions, to go and fight other divisions, to take on whatever is the biggest challenge. Same as Canelo.
Not trying to be a nuisance, but your rankings indicate the number one is the best available, especially to the title. Now you're not letting the number one fight the champion.
They can fight the champion.
So when does Haney or Jamal fight the two champions?
Haney is the champion of the WBC.
He's been elevated,
Yes, so he won the title against Abdullayev.
but not.
We're gonna get nowhere.
I know. I
I'm done.
can't believe it. Being as though he was up.
So you still there, Jack? Jack,
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah,
So
I'm
what you
here. I'm
think
here.
So what you think about that, man? Like, it seemed like Mauricio was just all upset and perturbed and agitated because he was being asked the hard questions. And that's all I'm saying with Devin Haney. Even Nesta Gibbs up there asking about, Devin Haney actually being the number one at that time. And right when he said that, Mauricio, he fell back. He said, you know what? I don't want to talk about this because it was about to get a little bit complicated for him.
Yeah, basically, he got put on blast. He got put on Front Street, and he took the politician route. When you go to them town board meetings or the those community meetings, and you ask the girls, and you ask the politician a question, and they get a little, hot around the collar.
Yeah.
They don't want to answer. That's pretty much what Mauricio did. Ness put him on blast when it came to the franchise, how they handled the franchise title. And, he was in uncharted waters, because basically they holding double standards now when it comes to the title. First, you can't win it. Now, all of a sudden, you can win it. So it's like, which is which?
And you have to be special. You saw how Mauricio somehow, wanted to go back in time or reflect in time.
Oh, yeah.
So you're trying to tell me, okay, you couldn't make up a scenario dealing with boxing, because boxing has made many changes through the years, many fucking changes. But I don't. Go ahead.
No, I was saying absolutely. I agree with that. It's funny. He used a football scenario instead of a boxing scenario. Meanwhile, you're the WBC president. You deal with boxing. You're not the NFL commissioner or the CFL. We're talking about boxing here.
The boxing has never even had one single person to answer to. Maybe it won't be the way it is if it did, but the way Mauricio was talking, that's the put him on the spot about the per his rankings, the WBC rankings, who was next in line, and then he say, okay, he is the WBC champion, but that's not the language. The language was fighting. The language was contending. You know what I'm saying? So basically he was saying, yeah, I'm giving Devin Haney the belt, but yet you have people out here acting like Devin Haney should have denied the belt. He should have just been up here and saying, let me pull a Riddick Bowe. Let me cause more discontent towards myself, my brand, and what I represent in boxing by saying, I'm going to throw the WBC in the trash because I never won it. Why? Who does that?
Yeah, that's a fact. And the thing that I say is kind of whack and corny when it comes to the whole Devin Haney situation is Devin Haney didn't tell them to give Lomachenko the franchise title so Lomachenko could duck him. So Devin Haney did everything right. He fought his way up to being the number one mandatory opponent, and then Mauricio and them, gave Lomachenko the franchise title, allowing him to duck Devin Haney and not fight him. So you can't fault Devin Haney. If anybody wants to point the finger, you got to point the finger at the WBC, point the finger at Lomachenko for not being a man and saying, you know what, I'll fight this kid. I'll fight this guy that worked his way up the ranks for his opportunity. But no, he took the franchise belt and ducked out, and the WBC awarded Devin Haney the belt. So you can't be mad at Devin Haney for taking the belt. Like, he did everything that he was supposed to do.
And he shouldn't be punished for it either, because right now, people have the wrong insinuation of what we're talking about. First of all, we never said that Teofimo should face Devin Haney absent of Lomachenko. Obviously, Lomachenko is the top pound for pound placing right now. He's been up there for quite some time. For whatever reason, the popularity and everything else, cool. They including his 2 gold medals. All right, cool. Now, when it comes down to Lomachenko choosing who he selects to fight, okay. Now, basically, you could have kept the WBC if you really was interested in facing and unifying the division. You could have just kept the WBC. But if you fight for a vacant title, if I'm correct, you have a shorter period of time to face the mandatory than you did if you beat the champion and became champion and have 12 months. Either way it goes, you know, Devin Haney came back, you know, came up on the block, and Lomachenko would have had to see him. Now, why is people sitting up here saying that, well, who's a Devin Haney without saying who's a Teofimo Lopez? And I like Teo, I like Devin. But when it comes down to what's right is right, I don't like the language from what I'm hearing with Teo, man, because Teo is basically going out here saying, you know, he's going to be undisputed. And I'm like, check this out, though. How are you going to claim undisputed when the hardcore boxing heads has been following the super belts this entire time? The franchise belt means nothing, bro.
Yeah, you're right. But like you said, he thinks he's going to be undisputed, but if he wins, he wins. He still got to come see Devin Haney because Devin Haney has the WBC title, not the franchise title. And regardless of what the WBC wants to claim, a franchise title is not the actual world title. It's the franchise title. Anybody can get a franchise title if they deem you worthy. They could have gave one to Gary Russell. They could have gave one to Deontay Wilder at the time when he was a champion. So that's just something that the WBC deems to whoever they want to deem it to.
And you're absolutely right, man. When you let me bring this up right quick. I'm gonna read what they have for the franchise title because it's not much out there on it. Why? Because it don't mean shit. That's why it's not out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot out there because you know, in my opinion, when it comes down to it, their Jackal Fitness, I still hold the WBC super title that Devin Haney has over the franchise title. And they can say that Lomachenko, what did he do before? Yeah, you fought for a vacated title for Luke Campbell, but you vacated the title. So they say if you take away the franchise belt from Lomachenko, then what is he? He ain't shit. He got to fight Devin Haney now because Devin Haney is the champion.
The champion, exactly. That was it. I think they just put that franchise belt in there just to give certain people a chance to duck, you know, their mandatory opponents. Because you see, they did it with Canelo and Charlo. So Canelo went to face Charlo.
And that's another good point. When you're talking about Charlo, they're not even mentioning Charlo because Canelo is doing his own thing. Yeah. Right now, they want to put all the focus on Vasily Lomachenko. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's a unification bout going on. That's all.
Yeah.
This is the definition of a franchise champion: is a special designation and status which the WBC bestow a current WBC world champion who is also an elite boxer and who has achieved and maintains the highest of statures in the sport, the WBC said. So if you're talking about maintains the highest of statures, so basically if you win the WBC belt and you vacate it, what is that again? I mean, how are you maintaining the highest statures? And you didn't even defend it one time, bro.
Exactly. That's just a rule they just made up, man. They just pulled that off the air. Like that's just something new, man.
Yeah, that's just something new, man. Like a stick of gum, bro. You chew on that motherfucker and spit it out, dog. Like, come on, man. Too many people disrespecting the champ. It's just too many people. Yeah, we understand the process for how he got it. I understand how that whole process works. We know how Devin Haney got it. But how did Lomachenko get his belt? And did he request the franchise belt? And when did the franchise label come into existence when it comes to professional boxing?
Well,
that's all I'm
and
trying to find out, Jackal. Maybe
yeah,
Jackal,
I hear you.
Jackal, do this
I
for me,
hear
man.
you.
Send the dogs out, Jackal. Send the dogs out to do a recon, man, and try to find out, the core of the franchise label, man. Just send the dogs, send the pack out, dog.
I think the franchise goes back to your topic of conversation yesterday. It should really be called the Duck Master title, because that's what they're giving the franchise title. Basically, what it is to be the Duck Master. Because when you get that franchise title, you automatically could duck your mandatory opponent for the WBC super title, and they could just hand the title over to them, and the person that they deem necessary is the new franchise champion. He doesn't have to defend that title.
Hey, I totally agree, man. And them Duck Masters, man, they doing it very well. The Canelo, you're a Duck Master too, man. Canelo,
he's king. He's King Duck. Yeah, that's King Duck, man.
Yeah, King Duck Master. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but in all fairness to Canelo, I like the guy. He put in his work. But I'm gonna tell you, with Canelo, with me, he's just following the Floyd Mayweather blueprint, man. Pretty boy went through everybody. Once he became Money Mayweather, he picked and choose. That's all Canelo's doing now. So it's like a double-edged sword, man. Floyd, you laid that blueprint down. A lot of these fighters look up to you. That's what they following, man. That's all Canelo's doing, man. Because I can honestly say, coming up, Canelo fought the top guys. It's just once he got to that status as the cash cow, he started picking and choosing. That's just the Floyd Mayweather, Al Haymon blueprint.
But we can say Canelo looking at his box rec. We can say who he fought. Okay.
Yeah.
But Duck Master is no entry or no exit. Like it's now, it's the present, it's what you got going on right now. If you neglecting your responsibilities as a fighter, in my opinion, ducking has reached a whole nother level of duck mastery. People and then why is it the black fighters that basically in a position where they're coming up with these new rules all of a sudden? Why they didn't do this with Gary Russell? Why they didn't do it with Deontay Wilder? Why they didn't do all this other stuff, man, and oblige them? Even though I don't think Deontay, he even said he wouldn't have taken it. But why we see Charlo get elevated to WBC, then we see Devin Haney get elevated, and then they shut him down like, okay, well, Charlo, he had to go in there and fight and defend his title. And then Devin Haney, okay, now he went in there defending his title. Now it's partially legitimate. It ain't no partial. It's a super title, man. That's what we know it to be.
Yeah, it's the legit WBC world title. Most of the boxers that I talk to, like you said, Gary, and I haven't had a chance to talk to Deontay Wilder, but Gary wouldn't even accept no franchise belt. He wouldn't even accept no franchise title. They happy being the legit world champion,
As long as G. Russell been champion, man, I don't even think Mauricio reached out to a member of his team, Jackal. What I'm saying? To say, hey, you know what?
I'm glad you brought that point. That's an excellent point. It's funny how, and you can cross-reference this and check this out. The longest reigning WBC champion didn't even get offered a franchise title, who was Gary Russell Jr. He didn't even get offered one, and he's the longest reigning WBC champion.
So I have to go back to this, Jackal. Let me see where he fell out at. You say maintain the highest of statures. Let me see, elite boxer. I'm just trying to find out what they're trying to basically speak about in the definition that they presented for us to look up in the search engines and shit. And I'm just not seeing where all of a sudden Canelo Alvarez gets offered the franchise belt and then Vasily requests it when he could have just very well kept the WBC. And all of a sudden, check this out, Jackal. All of a sudden, Vasily has the WBC. It means everything. He defeated Luke Campbell. But then Devin Haney is in a position per the WBC to be elevated to the title, and then they say all of a sudden it has no value. Throw it in the trash. It don't have no value. The WBC don't have no value. You should just go somewhere else because you ain't doing anything with that belt. Then Teofimo's dad get on here and say, that's not even the real title. I mean, how the fuck you gonna consider that not a real title and it's the WBC world title?
Yeah, and the WBC is one of the most prestigious world titles in the game.
And nothing's changed with that. It's the most prestigious title in the game, bruh.
Yeah.
Where did all this shit go to? Talking about, oh well, the WBC title Devin has, that's a lemon. That's a lemon right there. But the one Gary Russell has, that's legit because he's defended it and he's been champion this long. How that doesn't even sound like you got any common sense. Like you're not even competent in understanding how the belt system's been for decades. The belt system has been for decades where we recognize those belts from the WBC all the way to the WBO, the super belt.
Yeah, like we've been saying, that was just a way for the WBC to give certain fighters, in particular, Canelo Alvarez and Vasily Lomachenko, the Duck Master Award, and so they could duck certain fighters. Because the social media, the public, the boxing fans, they've been crying for Canelo to fight Charlo, and like we talked about earlier, Devin Haney worked himself up to being Vasily Lomachenko's mandatory opponent for that WBC belt, and that fight was supposed to be made. I remember being at the Devin Haney fight in at the Garden in the theater, and at the press conference, Devin Haney called him out, and he was saying, "If you feel like I'm not ready and I'm some young boy, just whoop me out." Whoop me out. I believe his father was there. His father took the podium first. His father took the podium first, said the same thing. Then Devin got on there, said the same thing. Even his promoter, Eddie Hearns, they said the same thing. They was ready to make the fight. And if Vasily Lomachenko, how he claimed he was so confident, and Devin Haney wasn't ready, that's easy money. Whoop him out. This is boxing. If the boy's not ready, put him over your knee and spank him. But it's obvious, he was just talking, selling a wolf ticket because he didn't want that smoke with Devin.
Talk to him, man. Talk to him, Jacko, for real, dog. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, he didn't want that smoke, man. I was there. I was at that press conference, man, after the fight. And then Devin Haney, Team Haney, they called him out, man. And then Vasily got on social media the next day saying that he's not ready, this, that, and the third. This is boxing.
He was green, wasn't he? He said
Devin he was green,
right?
He was green. He was green. Like, this is boxing. You mean to tell me if somebody is green, that's an easy opponent. I'm gonna pluck them off.
Easy work.
Yeah, I'm gonna pluck them off, man. Come on. If somebody is green and they're not on your level, man, spank them. Get them up out there. Talk is cheap. Like, jump on them. But they know that boy's not green. He's a threat. So he took the franchise route.
They know he ain't soft.
Yeah, he took the franchise route, man. He got the Duck Master Award. He went to the principal and they gave him that hall pass.
For real, dog. He gave him a hall pass and he skipped school, man. God damn.
Yeah, that would have been a good fight, man. That would have been a good fight, man. But that Devin got a lot of tools, man. And you know what I think it is too, man. He got a lot of tools. He's big. Lomachenko gets touched up a lot at 135, man.
Man, say one more again, dog. That's what I'm trying to tell him, Jack. Man, they sit up here and this fool gonna say on the other channel talking about the franchise. It's about the prestige of the two Goliaths. Canelo is a Goliath, and Lomachenko is the Goliath. And I'm like saying to myself, like, shit, motherfucking Lomachenko last 4 opponents has 12 losses between them. And I'm saying to myself, like, okay, you fought Jorge Linares, but he had already been stopped previously several times. Period. So why are you acting like this dude was taking away O's? Just taking away somebody's O and shit.
Yeah, and at 135, he wasn't the same Lomachenko at 126. He wasn't the same Lomachenko at 130. I believe he even got dropped a couple of times at 135, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, he was getting touched. He was getting touched quite a bit at 135. Luke Campbell was rocking him a little something. If you watch that fight, you know, he prevailed and won, but Luke Campbell was touching him. So you got to take all that into consideration. Now, young Devin Haney is a young, you know, he's a young alpha, you know, lion right now. You know, his mane is showing. He's strong. You know, maybe Lomachenko and them, they know that. You know, it's boxing. They know that. They know he might can't take Devin Haney's power right now, man. That, like, you know, it's a saying. Devin Haney's nuts is dragging right now. You know, Lomachenko's a little old, you know. He might be looking for the easy fights now, man. You know, 135, he's not as quick and, you know, slick. He gets touched a lot at 135. And 135 is Devin Haney's weight bracket. He's a real 135er.
And man, you said some solid points there, man. You dropping jewels. And when it comes down to it, I don't know if you saw the video recently where, you know, it was kind of comparison I did the other day with Gervonta Davis calling him a clout baby, you know, but yeah, he want to fight Ryan Garcia, who has 7 million followers, which really you cannot do a consensus and say if they real people or not. So that's how fucked up boxing has become when you supporting fighters. And then Devin Haney turns around and say, okay, if I'm this person and I'm easy work or whatever, pull my card then. Just pull my motherfucking card. Yeah. Fight. I'm easy work. You have the name Devin Haney on your record. Pull the card and let's go.
I'm gonna say this, and for Tank Davis. Tank Davis, you know, you got you're with Mayweather. You're selling out arenas. You know, everybody wants to fight you like you claim you're the cash cow and all that. That's cool. But at the end of the day, you have a WBA regular title. Last time that I checked, Nipsey Hussle's voice. A super title is a real title, which Devin Haney has. Now, I believe Earl Spence tweeted this. There's too many champions in boxing right now.
Yeah.
Last time that I checked, a WBA regular title is something like a silver. That's not even a real title. I believe Lomachenko has the super title, which is the real WBA title. So all that Devin Haney being a clout baby, how is the real legitimate world champion a clout baby when he has the real strap? What you have is the no frill strap. It's just like growing up. You know, you have Frosted Flakes, then you had the Fresh Flakes. You got Fresh Flakes. The WBA regular is no frills. You don't have the world title. Devin Haney has the world title, man. So all that clout chasing and all that, no, man. Lace your boots up, get in the ring with him, and fight him, man. Come on, this is boxing.
And that's real talk, Jackal. And also to caveat what you just said, do you remember when Floyd was talking about, you know, Gervonta was going to fight Lomachenko? What Gervonta was saying? Gervonta was like, oh, he just trying to speed up. What he say? He's trying to hurry up, and you know, because he's on the back end of his career. He's on the back end.
Yeah, and another thing, what I don't like with Floyd and them, but hey, you know, that's their prized possession. Gervonta, they move him how they moving them. But it's like once you become a world champion, that's what I respect about Team Haney and Devin Haney and Bill and them. They know his son is a world champion. Once you're a world champion, you're the hunted. You know, you're at the top. You got to fight. Gervonta was a world.
You don't supposed to be hunted.
Yeah, Gervonta was a world champion, and they were still talking about moving him around like he wasn't a world champion. Like, dog, he's not a prospect no more. He's the world champion before he missed weight. It's like you can't be a world champion and be like, oh no, you can't take that fight. No, when you're the world champion, everybody's gunning for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody's gunning for you. So it's no more holding his hand. You know, let him off the porch now. He's a world champion, man. That's the only thing I don't like about Floyd. Atlanta Ellaby and them, how they be moving them, man. The kid was a world champion after he beat Pedraza before he lost the belt on the scale. And y'all was trying to move him around like a ballerina, man. Y'all was tiptoeing. Y'all was like, oh no, it's some predators over there. Let's easy walk through the forest over here. We don't want to rile up none of those grizzly bears and those predators over there. Like, nah, he's a world champion. He gotta come through roaring. You know what I'm saying? He gotta do what he gotta do. Clear the jungle out. That's what you do. You're the world champion. But hey,
That's all, man,
you know,
that's
it's
what I'm
boxing.
talking about.
Boxing
It's
is business now. Yeah, boxing is this business now. Everything is like it's a business move now, man. I'm just, you know what it is, man. I'm a little older. You know, I'm 41 years old. I grew up in that era where you know, watching fights with my uncles, where the Durans and the Hagglers, you know, Sugar Rays, all these dudes, they fought each other. If they lost, they lost. They might have got it on again, but they fought each other. There wasn't no, I'm gonna wait a couple years till you get old. Nah, they was getting it on, man. They was fighting, man. Nowadays, boxing is watered down, man. It's like there's too many world champions, and you know, people want to blame the promoters. They want to blame the networks. Nah, it's deeper than that, man. It's the fighters too. They don't want to fight each other. They want to take the easiest route that they can and make the most money that they can. But at the end of the day, you can't blame them. It's prize fighting. But the ones that are suffering is us, the fans. And then you get the guys that want to debate and get mad at you when you call these fighters out. But hey, it is what it is. Like, you know, you got to call them out, man. You guys are prize fighters. The people want to see the real fight.
And I don't have to assume that the prize fighters who are at the top of the heap, you know what I'm saying, sitting on the summit, when you holding a belt, you're supposed to direct your attention to other champions. That's what it's supposed to be like. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit up here and use the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, because that fight, you still got the WBA lingering out there with Manny. So I really don't want to, you know, the lightweight division is the quickest. You know, I can't really use the junior welterweight, even though Ramirez and Taylor both have 2 and 2. But
and the junior middleweight too. The super middleweight. I mean, junior middleweight, 154. They about to line it up too, with Rosario and Charlo.
No, it's one still sitting out there though.
Yeah, the WBO. De La Hoya ain't letting that go.
That's what I'm saying. The lightweight division is closest you can possibly get, Jackal. It is closest you can possibly get, and they have some top names in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, what up, man? I see you. I see you press the link. If you want to talk about what we're talking about when it comes to boxing.
Yeah, man. I see you guys talking about the lightweight division, bro. But you guys need to put some more respect on Tank Davis's name, man. I think a lot of people are overlooking Tank Davis's skill set, bro, his power, his experience, and the team he got behind him, bro. So if anybody's a boogeyman, if anybody's a star, if anybody's an A side of the division, bro, it's Tank Davis. It's not Devin Haney. It's not Ryan Garcia. It's not Teofimo Lopez. Tank Davis is on top of that pyramid, bro. He is on top of the food chain, and he demands respect. I want to get your thoughts on that.
Well, right now, Vasily Lomachenko, a 3-division champion that's in the lightweight division, he would be the top of the heap in the lightweight division only because of what he's been able to accomplish leading up to now. Even though he's a numero dos duck master, he's still 3-division champion, and he was basically a part of the WBA, WBO, and the WBC belt. Tank, when it comes down to it, they can't say, okay, the WBC franchise is about popularity and stuff, right? Check it out. When it comes to Gervonta losing the title on the scales and shit, coming up here, already a divisional champion, coming to the 35 division, and all of a sudden he want to fight for the WBA regular. Lomachenko's name been put out there for Gervonta. Devin Haney's name been put out there for Gervonta. Why not pick some of the top guys in the lightweight division?
What did Tank say about Devin Haney, bro?
Respect on his name, man.
What did Tank say about Devin Haney recently?
He's a clout baby.
Okay, there it is. That answers your question, bro. Devin
I mean,
Haney
it's
has
not
not put in
about
the work,
maybe
bro,
not in the
to
scripture.
deserve a Tank Davis a fight, man. Tank Davis is out here doing major things, bro. Selling
Maybe
out
like what?
arenas, selling out arenas, bro. About to sell his
What
first
arena?
pay-per-view, bro.
What arena, dog?
The what?
What arena?
When he fought in Atlanta, when he fought in Baltimore, when he fought in LA, he sold out all those arenas, bro, against bums, man. So Tank is the A side. He's the one that moves the meter, bro. He's the one that puts the regulations and everything in order, bro. All these dudes, they gotta bow down to Tank Davis, and they need to show him respect if they want to fight Tank Davis. Cause Tank Davis is a money man, bro. At the end of the day, and at the end of the day, bro, boxing is all about money in the 21st century.
Okay, let me turn you on the game a little bit, Hefe. I was actually there. I drove over 11 hours to go to Baltimore. First of all, the arena wasn't all the way open, and you know, and the seating that they had for the ticket that was sold. Okay, you could say he sold out the amount of tickets that was allocated for the fight. Second of all, he fought Ricardo Nunez in his hometown. Now, I don't know if you understand how many times or how important it is for somebody like Gervonta to fight in Baltimore. It was a big deal. So let's just check that box and say that's a gimme. When he came down here to ATL, shouty, he lives down here with his girl. He has a
second home
down here. So that's two places, Baltimore and then ATL, where they have familiarization with who Tank Davis is. And they gave away a lot of tickets, bro, for some of those people to show up. They gave away a lot of tickets. Let's be honest, man.
Bro, I'm going from what I've heard. You might be right on that. I'm gonna take your word for that, man. But Haney, like really think about it. Haney, bro, he fought on the undercard of YouTubers, bro. Haney's just clout chasing Tank Davis. He's trying to get Tank Davis to fight him, bro. That's not gonna happen, bro. Haney got to get his clout up, bro.
He called out everybody. How I can see if he was just pinpointing Gervonta and say Gervonta, but he's called out Lomachenko before Gervonta, didn't he? And he stood up here and called out everybody that's a top tier name, dog. He's called them out.
Why didn't he sign with PBC then, bro? PBC would have been the better option for him.
I will tell you this, Hefe. Wait the Bill Haney get on, H Money Channel. I don't have connections like that with the Haney team to know why they did what they did. You have to ask him that, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I would if next time he's on there, bro. But you know what I'm saying, bro? Tank, bro. I just feel a lot of people are disrespecting him, bro. I feel the whole YouTube community is attacking Tank Davis, man. It's unnecessary, bro. We need if anything, we need a groom Tank Davis into this star he is, man. Because the bigger Tank gets, bro, the better for the sport of boxing. It brings more eyes to the sport of boxing. He's already a mainstream star, bro. He's gonna be an international star very soon, man. Bro, I'm telling you, man. The Mexican audience, bro, and I could speak for myself, man, and other people. They love Tank Davis, bro. They love his fighting style. He reminds us of a smaller Mike Tyson, man, and we love that, bro. We need Tank Davis in the sport of boxing.
I mean, you can love Tank Davis, and if you heard anything I said about Tank, I said he's a savage in the ring. I've seen the man fight, but also I have to weigh on the other side too of what I actually see in person and what he's doing out here in the public. A lot of people have admired Muhammad Ali for what he did inside the ring and outside the ring, bro. But when it comes in here, you missing weight, you ain't being professional. Now you in fight camp. Check this out. He's in fight camp. And he has all this weight to lose, not at just 135, but he has to go down to 130. Devin Haney don't have to worry about that because he's always in camp. He's always doing it the right way, staying professional, staying disciplined. And Gervonta's out here ballooning up in between fights, snatching females up in public, just getting in trouble. And I'm like, that's going to catch up with you. That's all I'm saying, man. I don't have to put respect on nothing that I've seen before. I just have to call it the way it is.
Nah, bro, he's just living, he's young, man. He's still learning, bro. The way he grew up, bro. Like,
why Teofimo ain't getting in trouble? Why Teofimo is not out here?
Bro, because they grew up different, bro. Tank Davis is actually, he came from the hood, bro. He came from Baltimore, man. So it's different, bro. He came up in the system, bro. So all these dudes had their fathers involved. All these dudes had particular people that brought them up. Tank is still learning, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's growing up to be a young man, bro. He's already
And
made
you
a
know what,
lot of money,
Hefe?
man. He's helping out a lot of people, bro. What up?
You know what, Hefe? In the black community, we can't give that pass all the time because a lot of us can say we came from a different side. We came from the mud. You know, all of the stories are somewhat the same. We all had some type of damn poverty. We all had some type of struggle. You know, that's what Josh Greer had tatted on his chest. No struggle, no progress. You know what I'm saying? Black fighters, we can't get up here all the time. Well, you know what? My daddy, he was on this and my mom was on that. I understand what the story, but shit, I can't get on here every time and tell people how I came up. They don't want to hear the shit. I mean, especially
I'm
when it
saying
comes
we
to
could
black
all
people.
gravitate towards Tank Davis, bro. Tank Davis is a special fighter, so that's what I'm saying. I know what you're saying, bro. Especially these boxers, they have it tough, man. It's a poor man game, but Tank Davis, bro, he's special, bro. He brings that attention. That's what I'm saying. Like we gotta be familiar how Tank Davis came up, bro, and how he's changing the game up, bro. Because not only for boxing, bro, but for the whole industry, man. There's a lot of money to be made with Tank Davis, bro.
That I'm not gonna deny. I really don't get into money shit. You know what I'm saying? Money is the money, and just like they saying, you know, nobody would know Devin Haney if it wasn't for Floyd Mayweather. Then guess what? You might want to say the
Nobody
same
knows Tank
for
Davis.
Gervonta Davis too. Like Gervonta Davis is linked up with Floyd. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
when
but
it comes,
before Floyd, he was already like kind of popular in the Baltimore area, in the amateur scene. He was already popular, bro. He was cool
that's
with
one
AB.
reason
He was about to sign with AB before he signed with Floyd, bro.
I understand all that, and we've heard AB say that. But guess what? AB said it wouldn't have did him justice to sign Tank. He wasn't in a position. He was trying to elevate his career, so he handed him off to Floyd Mayweather, and the rest is what it is.
Man, Tank is bigger than Floyd, bro. I'm sorry to say that, bro, but Tank
Tank is
Tank, he
bigger
don't
than
even need
Floyd.
Floyd, bro. He's
Oh,
bigger than. I'm not saying he's more popular than Floyd. I'm saying he's bigger than Mayweather Promotions, bro. Like he don't
No,
need
he
Mayweather
isn't.
Promotions.
Hefe,
All
no,
he
he
needs is
isn't.
Al Heyman. Al Heyman will put him in the spot and Fox
Yo,
on
Al Heyman
Showtime
works
to
with
get the
Floyd.
spotlight.
Al
What?
Heyman and Floyd work together.
Yeah, but he
So
don't need Mayweather Promotions. He don't need Ellerby to be fucking everywhere telling him what to do and shit, bro. Tank is his own boss, man, and you could tell they've been bumping heads these last couple of years, and I could tell Tank Davis, you know, he's gonna do his own thing. He already got what's it called, Gervonta
but
Tank Davis Promotions, bro.
everything that you just pointed out, as far as him being a star internationally, that's all attributed to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather put him on his undercards when he was still fighting. Floyd Mayweather and them brought him over to England to fight when he didn't make weight and lost his belt on the scales. That's all Mayweather promotion.
I think he could be
Mayweather
bigger
promotions
than
brought him
Mayweather,
out
bro.
there.
I think he could be bigger than Mayweather, bro. Because this dude's like a Mike Tyson, bro. People want to see him fight, man. A lot of people, most of the time, when they saw Floyd, bro, especially at the end of his career, as we know, he was a more defensive fighter, bro. A lot of people, they, you know what I'm saying, they weren't like fans of Floyd. You know what I'm
And I
saying? They
understand.
wanted to see him lose. Tank, bro, Tank has a lot of supporters out here. He reminds me a lot of Mike Tyson, bro.
Yeah,
Tyson, you
and we
wanted to
all
see
know
Tyson
what
fight,
was
bro.
Mike
You
Tyson's
wanted to
Achilles
see
heel.
Tyson knock
Okay?
somebody out, man. That's Tank, bro. Tank is bigger than Floyd.
Hey, Tank is definitely a fighter that has his own set of skills, and I always say he's the second hardest puncher in boxing right now. That's without saying. But when you compare him to Mike Tyson, yeah, both of these cats are somewhat similar when it comes to having a short temper back then and getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And you know damn well when it comes to him making as much money as he possibly can, it's going to come down to if he can keep himself out of trouble and if he can dedicate himself like Floyd. He ain't been able to dedicate himself like Floyd, but Devin Haney is. So it's going to come a point in time if they move up to 140, if Gervonta don't fight Devin Haney at 35, that discipline is going to start to show itself at 140, at 147, because Gervonta, if he isn't disciplined and he start picking up that weight the wrong way, he gonna face that L, man. He might face two. Steven made a good point, man. He said Haney has a partnership for business with Matchroom, Don't forget, Haney has his own promotional company. Haney getting that bread, don't sleep. And Haney, and from my understanding, had his promotion company long before Gervonta, man.
Yeah, I fuck with Haney, bro, but Tank is different, man. Tank's one of my favorite fighters, bro. I like the way he fights. I like what the energy he brings, bro. And you know what I'm saying? He's an enigma, bro. You don't know what's gonna happen with him, bro. Even when he don't box, bro, you see stories about him. You see his lifestyle, bro. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people gravitate towards that, bro. It reminds me a lot of like a rapper's lifestyle. You know what I'm saying, bro? Where you want to see what he's driving, the jewels he got, bro, and that gravitates to the younger population, man. I think that's what he's bringing to the table, also, bro. Haney wants to do something similar like that, bro, but Haney's a little bit different. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I like Haney, bro, but he ain't on Tank's level yet, man. I don't know. You froze, bro. Yo, is it me or is this shit froze, bro? I think you froze out. Combat, World Combat Sports. Oh shit! I took over the show. What's up, man? What's up, people in the chat? Darren Hall, Steve Pope. What's up, man? JC. Shout out to the people out there, man. Shout out to Tank, bro. Tank's been getting a lot of hate lately, man. But you know what I'm saying? Real Tank supporters, bro. We will show support and you know what I'm saying? Speak the truth, bro. What's up, Velocity Cuts? What's up, man? I don't know. World Combat's having internet problems, bro. It must be that Cricket Wireless, bro. He needs to upgrade, man. Stop fucking with that Spotify, bro. Get some fucking Wi-Fi, man.
You there, man?
Yeah, bro. You got frozen, bro.
Oh yeah, I dropped out. Hold on for a second. But I get what you're saying when it comes to, you know, the culture and everything that goes with Gervonta Davis. And you never heard me get on here and basically say that Gervonta can't box. You know, it's a lot of people that was dogging him out from going 12 into the 12th round with Yuriorkis Gamboa, which I was at the fight. I wouldn't dog him out. Gamboa was a tough dude. He took some heavy ass leather from Gervonta that night. He took some, man, I'm telling you, he took some bricks. He took some dynamite, and Gamboa kept on fighting on.
Shit, it froze up again, man. You froze up again, World Combat Sports. Damn. Yeah, man. JC said Hefe is tanking your number one. Who's your top five? Pound for pound, bro. I would say Canelo, Inui, Loma, Bud, Spence. In no order, bro. Just all five of them. Tank is in my top 10, pound for pound, but not my top five, man. I don't know, bro. The internet's fucking up for him, bro. It's at ATL internet, bro. They sleeping. Nah, bro. I'm a fan of Haney too, bro. But he can't fuck with Tank. I think Haney and Teofimo, like, and Lomachenko, all these dudes are good, but they ain't fucking with Tank. What's up, bro? You're back.
Yeah. Go ahead. What you were saying, man?
No, they're asking me for my top five pound for pound in the chat. I was just responding to them. I was done, bro.
You're top pound in boxing or top pound for pound in lightweight division?
Nah, in boxing.
So what do you have? How do you see that fight? See Gervonta Tank Davis in the lightweight division when it comes to Lomachenko and Teofimo fighting for the unification. How do you see him playing out? Because I don't see him fighting neither one of those dudes. I know he said Lomachenko, but being the regular title holder, and you're talking about, okay, after you fight Leo Santa Cruz, you want Ryan Garcia. When is Tank going to ever be in a position to fight for the titles?
I don't even think Tank needs to be in the position, bro. All Tank has to do is raise up his hand, says he wants to fight any of them, and any of them would want to fight in, bro, because it's a big money fight, man. And as you see with the WBA, bro, the WBA might mandate him to fight the regular champ at any time. So I think Tank, it's not that he's gonna have trouble getting fights; it's who he's gonna pick to get these fights. And if
Tank is
Teofimo
the
beat
regular champion. Tank is the
what?
regular WBA champion.
That's why I'm saying they can mandate him to fight the super. So whoever wins between fucking Lomachenko and Teofimo, he would fight him, bro.
But
But he
Devin
already
Haney is
said who he wants.
WBC though.
Yeah, he could fight Haney too. Haney wants to fight him. But I'm saying, would Haney send him an offer, or would Tank send him an offer? How would that work?
Well, obviously, when it depends, because the A side, B side only work for certain fighters. When Canelo fought Gennady Golovkin, he didn't have no freaking belts, and he was still the A side, and he was up there making all the rules. So it really depends on the popularity and what the fighter, who the two fighters is that's trying to link up. But in this particular
Tank's
case,
the A side then. For
I mean,
any 135
it depends. I mean, with Floyd, it depends on who has the most, the most clout or whatever, to make that happen between them two. But I don't know. That's why I fall off, because I'm not gonna prognosticate and say, well, Tank is gonna be the A side and Devin Haney is gonna be the B side. What I do know is the WBC super title holds more value than the WBA regular title.
Yeah, it does. It does. But man, at the end of the day, all these belts ain't shit, bro. This is at the end of the day,
they got to be shit.
It's about the name. It's about the name, bro. And Tank
True.
is a name. He is the A side. He will demand and command whoever he wants to fight. I don't think the belts mandate. Tank's probably gonna drop that belt, bro. He's gonna go back to 130. That's what I think is gonna happen, and fight a belt at 130. I don't know. I think the Leo Santa Cruz belt is also up. So, and he's a super at 130. So, Tank got a lot of options, bro. With Tank, you don't know what he's gonna do. He's going after Ryan Garcia. I think that's a good fight. That's a big money fight, and I think that's a fight they need to make happen after Leo Santa Cruz.
So you trying to tell me going after a non-champion is more beneficial than just going after a champion like Devin Haney?
It's all about making that bread, bro.
Devin Haney is a name, though. You cannot dispute. If they're on the look, if they linked up.
Okay, how many pay-per-views would they sell?
Check this out. If they linked up with the same umbrella, one of the greatest to ever do it, Floyd Mayweather, right? You can't keep on saying Devin Haney ain't a name and Gervonta is this huge name because he was a champion in another division. Haney is a big name. Gervonta is a big name. So why would you fight Ryan Garcia, who is basically a social media star?
Because if Ryan Garcia beats Luke Campbell, bro,
come on, man.
If Ryan Garcia beats Luke Campbell, bro, that's better than anybody on Devin Haney's resume, bro, and that's facts. Plus, Ryan Garcia is a bigger name right now than Devin Haney, bro. So Ryan Garcia versus Tank, bro, put that shit on PBC pay-per-view, bro. That shit does over 1 million, man, and I'm telling you, bro, that is one of the biggest fights to make in 2021. Oh shit! I think he froze up again, bro. Yeah, man, he froze up, bro. Yeah, he'll be back, man. He's having internet problems, bro. Yeah, man. Tank's a side, bro. Tank is a side to anybody. He's in the gateway computer, bro. Yeah, man, that Wi-Fi, bro, is shitty, man. This is the third time, bro. This has happened. So, nah, L Dub, you're tripping, bro. How the fuck is Leo the A side, bro? See, that's what I'm saying, L Dub. Like sometimes I feel you just want to go against the grain, bro. That's what boxing hipsters do, bro. But I already told you, L Dub, we could debate anytime, man. Oh, you're back, bro. What's up?
I don't know what's going on with this connection or whatever. But I just look at it like this. If it comes down to him getting past Leo Santa Cruz, which I truly believe he's going to get past Leo Santa Cruz, he should fight the top dog, Devin Haney, because I don't hear anybody calling him out. And y'all just can't say he ain't a name. And you know, I'm reporting. I never dogged out Gervonta inside the ring. I just don't like how he has a lack of discipline outside the ring. He's going to destroy himself before somebody else destroy him.
I agree. I agree with that. I think he should focus more on his boxing. He should focus more on his craft. And if he does, he's gonna be an unbeatable fighter. But like I don't understand. Like I understand that as fans, you want him to fight Haney right away. But business wise, it don't make sense, bro. It don't make sense for him to fight Haney right now. They need to build up Haney a little bit more. Haney got to fight someone like Linares or fucking the winner of Loma Teofimo, man, before he fights a Tank. Tank is out here making money moves, bro. He's all about the paper, bro, and he's all about being the A side, being the star of boxing.
Like I said before, I really don't get in the money aspect. From my understanding, you know, Haney's doing well for himself too, just like Gervonta Davis is doing well for themselves. And also, I was just on here talking about how Teofimo held his square, excuse me, and was able to negotiate his $2 million, you know what I'm saying, with Lomachenko. So I gotta respect how these prize fighters out here negotiating their worth.
Yeah, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect the man, but yeah, man. Hopefully, this whole Corona shit and this quarantine, and they could bring back crowds, bro. Because I think that not having crowds is killing a lot of big fights. It's killing the momentum boxing had, man. So we have decent fights in this 2020, but hopefully by 2021 we can have better fights, man. But I gotta go, bro. Appreciate for having me on, bro. And I want to apologize for last time if I didn't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to come at you on H Money, bro. It's all good, bro. I got no ill will for you, man. And great job, bro. Hell of a show, bro. I'll be listening.
Hey, for sure, Hefe, you know what it is, man. I mean, I put the link out there. You came on. It is what it is, man. I appreciate you. So, what's going on with the connection? I have no idea. But you know what? It's called improvise, adapt, and overcome, man. It happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I got to keep on pushing. But Lawrence William, L-Dub in the building. Salute to you. Stephen in the building. Salute, man. Darren, what's good? Hey, those of you that's cross-threading animosity, the smoke session was meant to put the link in for people who was doing the exact same thing. I mean, if you're gonna come on here and get at somebody else, you got to get at them in a way that deals with boxing or something like that. But don't come on the channel. That's not how I operate. Like come on the channel just to get at somebody that's basically calls you smoke somewhere else, and it gets all personal. I said there was a smoke session for the people who was coming at me. You know, basically I'm saying like, hey, if you want to jump on here and talk something dealing with boxing away from, all your friends and all your hype guys, then cool, let's go. Because, just because some people can't get you out of character. They want to feel like they was dictating the momentum of the narrative. Yeah, they was basically bodying you, as they call it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the case at all. That's not the case. Sometimes I listen. You know, you got to listen to how people operate. You know what I'm saying? You got to listen to what they have to say sometime if you want to, you know. It's a reason. You have to listen to what the fuck they talking about. To see if they actually making sense or they personal. Are we going to talk about boxing, or are we going to talk about some bullshit? I dropped the link in there, man. Y'all was just trying to jump on here because somebody else was on here. What's going on, man? It's not that, man. It's not that. They working on the area over here. It's not that. Man, y'all really talking about some miscellaneous stuff. Y'all don't pay the bill. Y'all don't do anything. If anybody around here up on dial-up, good on them. You know what I'm saying? If they want to listen to the dial-up connection. But that's not the case. But thanks for the humor, though. And like I said before, you know, like I said, it's Boxing Smoke section. It was a lot of individuals that was cross-threading shit, being all emotional. Talking about, but when I give them the invite over here, man, mano a mano solo, man, it's like the link is in the chat, man. You can't continue to say when it comes to black media or black boxing supporters, when they support black fighters, you can't call them dick riders, bro. You can't sit up here and say the same narrative when we don't have to ask you for permission to support fighters. And whatever fighter y'all choose to hate, that's who you want to say, oh, they dick ride them. And y'all want to do this. Look, y'all busy supporting the other fighter like I don't support him. Like I never support him, like I ain't did anything. But right now, I'm trying to prove a point as media. I'm addressing some dark areas that's concerning to me when it comes to the duck masters of the 35 division. And people say, well, why would they want to duck Devin Haney? It's called boxing, people. When somebody stylistically, one narrative, they're going to say stylistically he matches up well with so-and-so. Okay. You don't think that's a reason why somebody like Lomachenko might feel it's a problem? If you fight somebody like Haney that has good footwork, matchable footwork, than a flat-footed fighter like Teofimo Lopez, I'm going for Teofimo Lopez in this Lomachenko fight. But what's right is right. And what's absolutely bullshit is just that. When it comes down to him saying, oh, I'm fighting for the undisputed. No, you're not. It's no way you can say you fighting for the undisputed and your father get on here and say they don't owe Devin Haney anything. And I don't like repeat myself like this, but when it comes down to what we've been respecting over decades in the sport of boxing, the franchise green panty title was not here. Mauricio Suleiman did not give a sound explanation when he was drilled by Nestor Gibbs of the Boxing Voice about, tell me exactly, how does this process work, Mauricio? How? If the franchise title cannot be lost, you know what I'm saying? But yet you're trying to say if that particular fighter is able to achieve championship status by winning all the other belts, all the other 3 belts, the main belts, they're considered undisputed when the WBC title is out there in the hands of another champion. And then he wants to say about NFL and football. That's when you know people are just out here creating shit. And you know what? You don't want to include, you know, them not being sober. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be mean about it. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be mean about it. But it's in crackish type shit. Like, you know, it's in crackish type shit going on. Like, why would you sit up here and you don't even have criteria for the franchise belt, but yet and still you have the boxing community believing that this lightweight championship for the first time will include a belt that haven't been in existence in boxing for a year, 2 years, 3 years. That's not even respected, has no criteria. And then it would be the first one where we're about to see an undisputed language happen in the lightweight division where the super title holder isn't competing in the fight. Devin Haney isn't competing for the unified titles when he's the world champion in the lightweight division. We've seen boxers that pick up a title in the division they never competed in. It's possible, people. You can actually pick up a title in a division you never competed in. If both titles are on the line and middleweight title is on the line and the 175-pound title is on the line and you fighting at 168, who's going to get the title? The middleweight who goes up here and fight at that catch weight and wins, he becomes the light heavyweight champion. He picks up the belt, right? It goes that he's a 5-division champion. It happened. You can do it. The same thing is about to go down with Gervonta Tank Davis, man, and Leo Santa Cruz. Both of their titles are on the line. But the only thing about it, Leo Santa Cruz, his title at a lower division holds more weight than Gervonta Davis' title in a higher division. That's facts, y'all. How does that work? Seriously, dog. Like, how does that shit work? What are you doing, boxing? I'm going for freaking Teofimo Lopez to defeat Lomachenko, but I can almost assure you, and you're talking about somebody who is a fan of Teofimo Lopez, but you know I'm a bit fatigued. Not physically, but just audible wise, when I hear individuals support their fighter, right? Especially some of the Hispanic supporters, they support Teofimo wholeheartedly just because it's Teofimo, but they'll sit up here and criticize and attempt to go in on black media and say just because we supporting a black fighter. And we're not supporting every black fighter like that. We're supporting black fighters who's working and putting their ass on the line, putting everything into their boxing career. They're going out here, leaving it all in the ring and establishing their legacy. We're called dick riders, which really the only dick that's riding anything is the person that's saying it. They're the ones that keep it in their mouth so much that they're so used to saying that word. Dick riders here, dick riders. No, you're the one who walking around, like that's a part of your everyday process, man. That's your breakfast, that's your lunch, and that's your dinner, man. You keep it in your mouth. I'm not seeing. I had one. Hefe came on here, cool. That's what it is. But don't make no mistake about it, man. I put the link down there, bro. Like all you rah-rah, big mouth dudes that was over there just talking shit in the other chat, man. Talking about somebody was bodied all because you want me to get out of character. Then when you don't dictate the shit, you don't get the reaction you're looking for. You want to go over the different channels and talk about motherfucker got bodied. That's not how it works, partner. That's not how it works. I'm a listener. I really like to listen to some shit that people say. But when it's bullshit, I'm like, it's not a point for me to talk about because, like I said before, the loudmouth motherfuckers. That's not that's not who I grew up around, dog. I mean, you ain't scaring nobody over here. You ain't saying shit I ain't heard in life, man. Come over here and talk about the boxing shit. Be able to answer questions because I asked some very legitimate questions and you backtrack. You went away from it and you backtrack. It ain't no way you're gonna be told. I say, well, how did Lomachenko pick up his franchise belt? And you say he was undefeated all the way from Salido up. That sounds stupid. That's asinine. The even compare that analogy in response to what I asked you. This shit don't make any sense. None at all. I'm saying if you trying to say Devin Haney ain't nothing, his title don't mean shit, so does a title that has no validation to it. Devin Haney title still, anybody who has a WBC title, it holds more weight than the franchise. Period. It holds more weight. Explain to me the recipients on what they've been able to do with that title in their own weight division for which they received it. Explain that shit to me. What has Canelo did in his own division with that franchise title? What has Vasily Lomachenko did with that title in his own division? Somebody explain to me that knowledge. Break the shit down for me. Break the shit down for me. What have the two recipients did in their own division? And then, look, we're about to have a third. I'm keeping it one hundo. Because if Teofimo Lopez defeats Vasily Lomachenko and his dad's talking about going up to 140, what the fuck is the goddamn franchise title for? If you ain't going to stay down here in the lightweight division and defend your titles and do something, then you're going to get the franchise belt just to say, you know what? I'm undisputed. I'm going up to 140. It is absolutely no purpose in having a franchise belt. I say banish it and go back to the regularity of what it used to be, what we respect in boxing. What we respect of the WBC title in boxing, not this franchise shit. I made some valid points, man. We're going to have three people do the exact same thing. They were somehow awarded to be a part of something that was only put out there in voice. It has no standard. It has no structure to it. It has absolutely nothing. It's just been voiced as to how and why it's here. It really has no validity. It has no solid. It has no solidarity. It don't have anything. Nothing is legit about the franchise title. The name sounds good. You know what I'm saying? The name sounds good. But what has Canelo did with the title since he got it? What has Lomachenko did? And now Teofimo saying if they win, they going to 140. So what the fuck are they doing? What are they doing? Why are y'all basically haloing this damn franchise title? And nobody's doing nothing with it. Nobody's doing nothing with the title, but yet it's getting all this prestige. Hey, you know what? T.O. is about to fight for the undisputed. T.O. is about to fight for the undisputed. Why is he going to go backwards and fight Devin Haney? So really it's going backwards? It's going backwards. There's no way, no how that you can honestly say to the hardcore boxing heads that he's going backwards. Because Devin Haney has more wins than Teofimo at the time. But I also commend Teofimo Lopez for what he's been able to do in 15 fights. I truly understand when he was going the WBC route initially, and they changed courses and went. Their improvisation, they decided to go see Richard Comey, right? Richard Comey wasn't undefeated. Good dude. I'm not blasting him personally, but he had 2 back-to-back losses on his record. And he stepped in there. He had 2 split decisions. 2 split decision back-to-back losses, y'all. And he happened to be champion when Teofimo Lopez stepped in there to fight him. So you tell me, why are y'all devaluing the fact that Devin Haney has a title, and you're saying that if T.O. wins, why would he look back at Devin Haney when he has the WBC world title? It doesn't make any sense at all, because T.O. has been in boxing long enough to know what belts meant something when he wanted to be the best in the sport. He's seen people with the WBC title. He didn't see anybody with the franchise title. There's no way you're going to try to explain. No way you can prove to me that Teofimo, when he was coming up in the amateurs, turned professional, that he's seen somebody with the franchise belt and say, you know what, I want to be a franchise champion. No, they had the WBC, the WBA, IBF, and the WBO. And all the little trinkets below it, IBO and all that lineal and all that other crap. That's fact, man. The link is in the goddamn chat, y'all. For all the rah-rah niggas that was over there talking that shit, that jump in my live chat and don't say nothing. When motherfuckers come in this live chat and they talking outside of my talking point, I know you have your heels on. Vagisil and heels. Stick to boxing. Don't go telling a motherfucker somebody got bodied when you sitting up here and you ain't never jumped on a live. You ain't never been on a panel and you ain't never talked boxing. I don't know what's up with some of these, the Hispanics joining together and they talk so loud, but yet they're the main ones talking about, oh, emotional. Nigga, what you doing? You talking loud? You screaming? You all agitated? And the first thing you want to say when we do it, look at him, he's emotional. You got bodied. Man, come on, you ain't believing that shit. You're not believing it, so stop saying it. And Velocity, I see you over there too, man. You know, you jump over here and I saw you as being the instigator. You can get the smoke too if you want to. The link is in the chat. I see you over here always instigating shit too. Did you read my title? This is Boxing Smoke Session there, Velocity. You know what I'm saying? I see you over there running off at the mouth too. You ain't on my platform. You're not over here supporting World Combat Sports for real. You're just over here chilling in the chat. We can talk anything you want to talk about in boxing. Anything. You want to talk mixed martial arts, we can do that. Grappling, Muay Thai, whatever. The link is in the chat. But do me a favor, man. If you're going to come over here in the live chat, support what I have going on. Don't come over here with that little petty bullshit, man. This ain't preschool. Y'all going to talk about the damn talking point. But you ain't over here talking about what I am talking about when it comes to boxing. I don't see none of that. Like I said, the link is in the chat. It's easy to be a screensaver and sit there and molest the motherfucking home keys. But get on here and talk about some boxing, man. Talk about combat sports. It's easy to sit up here and chill in the live chat, man. You're not as important sitting in the live chat than what you would be on the panel. If you think it's easy work, man, get up here. Let's go. I'm not on the keyboard. Look, my hands are crossed. I'm not on the keyboard looking up shit. But you know what? I ain't gonna waste my time on you. Let's get back to understanding what the point of reference is. I was told that somehow I was a Devin Haney dick rider, which is impossible for me to believe at 50 years old. Throughout my entire my entire life, that's never been the case, period. Been all around the world. I basically, the women that I've dreamed of, I had the opportunity to close out the night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this new age of language where dudes keep dicks in their mouth more than they're trying to pull up on a woman and talk. It's just puzzling to me, man. It's puzzling that you can't really sit on here and talk about the beauty of a woman, how good she look. You know what I'm saying? How fine she is. But you got more grown ass men that might be with the woman. They busy want to sit up here and talk about something they see every day. You are in ownership of one. So why you keep talking about it in reference to somebody else is just puzzling to me. It's puzzling to me, dog. It's absolutely puzzling to me, man. But check this out, though. I don't even. Let me try to. I ain't see D Hodges over there. What's good, D? I didn't see you over there. Let me see. Let me go over here to share screen. Okay, this nigga say I'm a Devin Haney dick rider, right? Which which I'm a grown ass man. I don't dick ride nobody. Period. But check this out though. Let me share something with you. This for the niggas that don't even respect the hustle that I was able to do, and you know the people that I was able to speak to that blessed me with certain entry points in media. Let me show you this right here, right quick. Let me show you this. It's you know. Because which one is it going to be? Of all the people I supported, it's going to be, you know, everybody I support, you know, I get some type of access to and start talking on as media, MEDIA, is dick riding. So let me back it up. Let me back it up. This is me recording Teofimo Lopez at his fight last year. Media. Ring walk. Shout out to Lee. Appreciate you. David McWater in the blazer, right there. David McWater, right there. Walking to the ring. He's not a champion yet. I just wanted to share that right quick. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to share that right quick because I don't want anybody to get it confused that, you know, I got an archive of shit that's out there that I hustled on my own. I've asked people, they blessed me to get into certain situations with media. So you niggas don't open your fucking mouth and talk about I'm dick riding a fighter. I'm MEDIA. I had interviews where I walked up on my own dime and spoke to Bill Haney and Devin. All it was an interview at different times. I got mad respect, you know, approachable individuals, respect. It's called respect. It ain't called dick riding. You know what I'm saying? It's not called dick riding, period. Because there's plenty of fighters I've covered and you ain't saying shit about that. But if it comes to a black fighter, like I speak on them more than I do others, a Deontay Wilder or speaking on the Devin Haney, motherfuckers want to sit up here and try to say, oh, you Devin Haney dick riders, which is untrue. Because that right there, I'm telling you. Matter of fact, let me show you another video right quick. Let me see if I can show you the one when we was out to eat for dinner. Let me see if I can show you that. This really gonna piss you off. Let me see if I can bring this shit up. Where is it?
How you doing, my good man?
What's good, man? You can go ahead and cook, man, while I'm looking this up.
Yeah, I just because I don't know. It's like this thing, I switched so many conversations. Like I'm trying to get one thought, and then it moved to another thought. Then my brain stopped computing, and another thing. But just give me the topic, and then I can know what I can say. What was the last thing you said, and I'll remember.
Well, the last thing I was talking about just something that was, you know, over, you know, since that situation happened when we was on H Money's channel with Camacho and L Dog, it seems like a group of the cronies on ghost accounts just talking shit. But you know, I invited them with an open link to join if they want to talk about some boxing. You know, because the last time you was on here, I was chilling, man, for a reason. You know, I was chilling and I was multitasking, so I really didn't go in. But you know,
Believe me, I'm multitasking now. I'm watching a basketball game, playing my Switch, and talking to you at the same time. I'm 3-time multitasking right now. But yeah, it's just don't worry about it. Like, people are gonna be who they're gonna be, and that's all they ever gonna be. That's the only thing I could say. Like, people just, it's like, it's hard to explain, but it's like you just, people just for no reason. It seems like people want attention, because how you be a guy with a girl's name coming as a woman, and then as soon as you get put in the link, they never hit the link. Yep, that's a nigga. That's a nigga. I'm sorry, I'm sorry for the M word. I'm sorry, but that's a man. If they, when you all y'all throw up them links, everybody throw up links. All the channels I'm on, and when it's a girl and they don't answer the link, that means that's really a guy.
That's all I'm saying, man. Hold on for a second.
Go ahead.
Let me see if I can. Let me see. Damn. I was trying to bring up this video. I was trying to bring up this video when I was out to dinner with T.O. them. So, you know, motherfuckers walking around, you know, trying to act like I'm hating on Teofimo Lopez. It's called media, man. What I do is media shit.
And that's, you gotta respect that. Like, dude, I sit down with dinner with them, and all y'all do is go by what people say on channels and stuff like that. That's why you can't go against a person that sits and chill. You know what I mean? Anybody that sit and chill and kick it, and they can call them and get them on their show, that means that they're good people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for real, you can't tell nobody nothing if, shoot, they don't want to listen to you. You sat down and chilled with the family. So if you sat down and ate dinner with them, I know you got good connections to them.
Sipping on a Long Island. I'm about to bring up, you know what? I'm about to bring up a pic when I was at lunch with his manager, man. Real talk, with his manager.
Yep, you need your receipts, and you got good receipts. I told you on this channel you need them receipts, and you got pictures and everything. So put up all your receipts. Shut everybody up.
I just don't want to. I just don't understand why motherfuckers always talking about dick riding shit. Like, nigga, what you talking about?
Dick rider, fanboy. Like, what the fuck? That's, I'm sorry for swearing the F word. I will not swear again. But like, what? It don't matter. I have my opinion about a fighter. How am I a rider or whatever? I just have my opinion. You call him a duck, I don't. I call him a duck, you don't. Like, it's all debates. It's like, it seemed like this whole boxing thing became like kind of like Facebook, or it became like remember Party Line back in the day, if y'all OG remember, where you could just call and you could be a phone thug in the room, because you know you'll never see the person. You know, you press 9, go to room 9, room 1, and it's like 10 or 12 people in the room. You could be as tough as you want to be. I got 15 guns right now, and da-da-da. That's the way that's the way it is on here. Like, it's all about what you decide to believe in. If I believe you, I believe you. If I don't, I don't. So that's it. We're all human, entitled to our own opinions. That's what I said. That's why nobody jump on the piano. I'm like, damn, ain't nobody still on yet. Shit, let me come on and kick it with you. Come, like, damn, as soon as H Money come on, god damn it, they jump on that shit like, nigga, on dollars, bro. I swear to God, my OG, you know what I'm saying? I noticed they hop on so fast, like, damn, what's wrong? What's wrong with World Combat, dog? He talks good,
H Money shit, because that's the nesting bed for goddamn the grenade launch over that motherfucker. Hey, check this out. Hey, for the ones who saying dick ride, I'm media. That's T.O.'s manager when we was at lunch. That's T.O.'s manager, David McWater, when we was at lunch, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So stop with the dick riding shit when it comes to World Combat Sports, man. Ask anybody.
Receipts.
Ask
Yeah,
anybody when I show up, man. I show up solo. I make my own phone calls, all that. And
Respect the
that's
receipts.
manager, man.
Respect the receipts. Y'all gotta respect receipts. If y'all respect BFT receipts, that's an ill receipt right there. Him with a picture with the person. So
Yeah, that's that's what I like about BFTV. He has his receipts on the drop. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a debate, the shit is right there on the drop. Okay, Gusto in the building. What's good, man?
Come on, Gusto.
Let me attempt to do this. What's going on, Rob?
Oh, my man. Oh, I swear to God, how you doing, my brother Rob? You know, you are really my brother, my good man, with the endurance of the belief of the power that I know you are my brother. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm sorry. I love you, bro. How you doing?
Rob, you there? Okay, we'll wait till he come back on.
Yeah, no, I just was joking with him because I love the way he talked. Like, I'm a fan. People wanted to kick him off H Money Show. I'm like, no, let Rob stay. I like unique individuals. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't understand his words so well, you don't gotta listen to it. You got Google and all that, you know. But sometimes he do use too many big words, and I try to tell him, like, if you got a channel coming up, you can't be on your channel talking like that unless you got a bunch of smart subscribers, because if people don't understand your words, they are not going to listen to you with the quantum physics of the abbreviation of the like. I can't do it that way.
I don't even know why you're trying to emulate that, man. I mean,
but it's entertaining, though. That's what I'm saying. It'd be funny. That's why I like Rob. And he got sunglasses and with the costumes, and you got to enjoy the entertainment of Rob. You know what I mean? He's a funny guy. Weird, but he's very funny.
Shout out to everybody. Okay, Gusto in the building. Salute to you, man.
Come on, Gusto. Come on, Gusto. Come on. Come on the panel with us. Come kick it, man. Gotta keep us company. I can't be the only one on here.
Man, you know what it is. When they feel like rolling through, hey, the invitation's over, man. You know, whenever you want to roll through, it's all good. But the topic today was boxing smoke session, man. I was hoping to kind of, you know, get some smoke, man. I'm used to gas chambers where I'm coming from, you know, from the Marine Corps. We do gas chamber qualifications and shit like that. You know, forget smoke. That gas hits your ass. You think different. You look different. You think you about to die. You got to maintain composure. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight your way through it the right way.
Facts all day. And I just be wondering why people, it's hard. It's like, dude, you can come on the panel. You don't even got to show your picture or your face or nothing. You're just a letter. Look at me. I'm D Hodges. So I can say whatever I want and everything else. Like, I don't know why people choose certain panels. I really just think a lot of these people, they like them channels that are all rah and bitch nigga. And
everybody got their own.
Sorry for swearing, my fault. But it's like it's more people that be on panels on channels that just hearing vulgar language, though. Like, I'd be like, how come they are not on your panel? And you know what I mean? And they say salute to you, but don't call in. Like, come on.
Hey, man, it's growing. Hey, they have their own flavor on who they want to listen to. I ain't mad at them. You know, it is what it is, man.
Because I really say thank you for the wrench, bro. I really just left you a message, and I'm like, oh shit, I got a wrench. Excuse my language. I got a wrench. That's like my 20 wrench now. Know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh yeah. I'm like, wow. And I said, you don't gotta ask for a wrench. That's what I've been telling people for the past 3-4 years I've been on here. Don't beg for a wrench. You seem like a beggar. Know what I'm saying? If a person give you a wrench,
you got people paying for wrenches, man.
Yeah, you do. If you really go to every LDB channel, I told you I watch everybody from BFTB to JTT to Cali to Stay Ready to 503 to like basically everything LDBC I watch, and I just be watching people do that, and I'm like, wow. I don't understand though. It's like and then now, because Ronald Finkley was a good guy with the LDBC, but now the whole LDBC is like calling him a Toucan Sam, or
Man,
I don't
hey,
know.
hey, you keep that to yourself. I ain't talking about nobody unless they here. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying in general, like it's like I don't know. I be figuring we was all one family, because when I first got on, they was all one. Then somehow it became old media versus new media. I'm just saying, from a person that been here for 4 years with the
Always
both.
remember, D Hodges, amongst men, there always going to be some type of conflict. It's never going to be. It's never going to be one subtle denominator where we all get along. It's never going to be that way.
Never. But still, you gotta try. At least try. A lot of people don't try. At least try to get along. It's like, I don't know why everybody want to be smarter than everybody else on these channels. Every channel I'm on, I told you, everybody have disagreements, and it's like they want to seem like they're smarter than him. They're smarter. Like, I've been sitting back chilling, listening. Like, I can't even leave a comment in the chat because I don't know what y'all talking about right now. Like, I don't know. It's mad weird, dude. Like, this whole YouTube thing is entertaining, but it's mad weird because, now you got people with YouTube beef talking about, I'll give you 20 racks, nigga, we can fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me I didn't see them on the chat, Rob and Punch Drunk. What's good, fellas? Appreciate you stopping through, man.
What's good? What's good,
My
man?
Yeah, man. Hey, I was saying earlier, I don't even know your name, man. Introduce yourself, bro.
Oh, Rob or who?
You.
Y'all already know Punch Drunk Boxing, Mr. Moonshine. First and foremost, thank you for joining the panel earlier today. I really didn't get to hear you. Already know it was Rod over there.
Hey, how does my audio sound?
Oh, hold on. I'm good.
You good. Yeah, you good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me in my
I
platform.
can't hear Mr. Moonshine.
Okay, let him go though, Gusto. Just let him go. I'm trying to hear what he got to say though.
Oh, I said no. First and foremost, that thank you for showing up in the panel.
World Combat.
Rob, man, y'all let that man speak, man.
y'all hear me? Or I'm good or no?
Yeah, you good, man. I hear you.
Nah, that's it. I just said, good looking out for showing up in the panel. I really didn't get to. We really didn't get to dialogue. Have a great dialogue. It was rah. You already know, man, how it is, man. Doing these panel stuff and being a host, and try to calm down everybody. But what's the time?
But check this out though, Punch Drunk, man. Glenn came over here. I'm not gonna call him your boy. Like I said, I don't even know you. I didn't even really know who what your channel was and everything. But he was like, when it came to Teofimo Lopez, y'all had an interview with him and everything, and you need to, reference your go over here and reference the interview and everything. And I really never had a dialogue with Glenn, right? So he was just kept throwing Punch Drunk up there. So me, I don't really go to other people's platform to basically highlight somebody else's channel. And obviously he don't know what I've done in boxing, because I wanted to have an understanding that this is where I was at with Teofimo Lopez. There's no way that I and a lot of the mainstream boxing fans would consider him undisputed unless he fought Devin Haney. But when I was on your platform, I heard what you had to say. You basically said, so why would Teofimo, if he wins, look back at Devin Haney? And I really didn't consider this looking back, because Devin Haney has a WBC super title, world title, and that's what we've been following in boxing, man. You've been in boxing a while. You know that's the criteria that we go by. So how is this franchise belt even relevant now when it comes to this undisputed?
Now, I think we all, as boxing heads, pugilists, whatever we want to call ourselves, nobody likes the franchise. Nobody likes the franchise. Yet, what I'm saying is that when I did my chat, when I did the thumbnail and I said that Devin Haney should just drop the belt, it's because I'm really going after the WBC and the shenanigans. I didn't feel like Devin Haney at this point of his career, where he's inevitably gonna have He's gonna have a great career. I think so, in my opinion. I think he's gonna be a multi-division world champion. I think he's gonna be one of the forefronts of the sport of boxing, uplifting the sport and moving it forward. But as a fan, also, I'm looking at it like the WBC is just playing around with this kid, even going back to when he was supposed to fight Luke Campbell. It was supposed to be Luke Campbell and Devin Haney for the mandatory. Here comes Lomachenko and their people. They made it Lomachenko and Luke Campbell. That's the first F up, right? That's the first time the WBC played Devin Haney. Then, you know, he signed up to fight for the interim with Abdullah. I forgot his how to pronounce his last name. He fought him, but Mauricio Sulaimán said in several platforms, in several interviews, that Devin Haney is fighting for the interim, but he's not going to get a shot at Lomachenko. So right there, from right then and there, I'm like, yo, Devin Haney, man, leave WBC. Do what Teofimo Lopez is doing. Go to the IBF. The WBC is making decision while drinking Don Julio and Patron. Just leave the WBC. I don't know what the hell is happening. So my thing was, but some people interpret it as me being a Haney hater. What I was hating is what the WBC keeps on effing up over this boy, right? So then when they elevated Lomachenko, they elevated Devin Haney, yet in the same platforms, TBV interview, and I put it up. I had a video like it's almost half an hour. Mauricio Sulaimán said that the winner of Richard Comey and Teofimo Lopez to fight Lomachenko is going to be for undisputed. I did a video saying, you see, Devin Haney drop that belt. They're talking about undisputed. They're talking about undisputed. Forget about these guys. They're not acknowledging you. They acknowledge you like a stepchild at 135. Even forward to today, while this matchup, they're trying to make this undisputed. They already spoke to the WBA. They're trying to legitimize this franchise belt. Right? So what's that saying? That to me, in my opinion, that's also spitting at the face of Devin Haney again. They're trying to like, yo, and I'm saying, and that's why I did the live stream earlier. Throw that belt in the garbage like Riddick Bowe. They're not acknowledging you. They just want you for a fee, for a champion's fee. Go to the IBF or do something. So that was my point in this whole thing. Well, some people during these conversations, it gets to the point where, well, Teofimo Lopez has not done this and Devin Haney. Then it becomes a matchup with, remember I was saying earlier that people think that every time you bring up a name, it's like the Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac. If you're a Biggie fan, you don't like Pac. If you're a Nas fan, you like Jay-Z. So if you don't like Teofimo Lopez, you don't like Devin Haney and vice versa. All I was saying is WBC and their shenanigans has effed over this guy. The only critique that Devin Haney has in his career is that he's a paper champion, that he's an email champion, and that's because of the WBC. That was my thing.
Well, I kind of looked at it punch drunk like what is hold on.
No, I'm listening. I'm just letting you guys.
Well, there's an echo.
You know, and
there's an echo. Okay,
you guys better.
It might be good now. Okay, this where I was when you said that. Why would Teofimo look back at Devin Haney? So how are you going to look back at something that you haven't passed up? Now, I know what you're saying about him being able to fight for the unified titles against Vasily Lomachenko. I get it. That's a big fight for Vasily Lomachenko, pound for pound. I get in that respect. But you can't look back at something that you never passed up. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez with 15 fights, he's very lucky. And I spoke to Team Lopez when he was going to WBC. I'm talking about in person. I spoke with them when they was planning on going the WBC route and they changed their mind and went to IBF. So a lot of that kind of played out for Devin Haney, who would indeed potentially face Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? He could have potentially faced Teo. I mean, that would have been a good match, a tougher out for him to gain that WBC title if Lomachenko was planning on vacating it, if that was the case. But going over there to Richard Comey, in my opinion, was an easier route for Teofimo Lopez to pick up a belt than it would have been facing Devin Haney at the WBC, man.
Well, I think with Richard Comey was that he was a legitimate champion, and with Devin Haney, we're looking at him as a potential being. So
he's undefeated though.
No, but
You know, Richard Comey lost back to back, bro. You know, like he lost back to back before. He had 2 losses already.
But I'm just saying, factual is that he's a champion, and
Yeah.
he was a high ranked champion at the time. He was ranked 5, you know, in the top 5. What I'm saying is we're going off Devin Haney's potential. We're going off what this guy could be this, but Richard Comey is already an established champion, you know. So we could say, oh, but that fight with Teofimo Lopez could have been better with Devin Haney. I mean, Devin Haney's have yet fought anybody at the top 20 overall ranked. So yeah, we could talk about this Devin Haney, but that's just only how we feel. We still haven't seen him in the ring. We still
Comey, who he fought to get the title.
All right, but we could. But in the end of the day, he's still a champion. We don't know nothing about Devin Haney. We haven't seen. We know something of him, but we know that he hasn't faced anybody overall in the top 20.
His last 4 opponents only has 3 combined losses, though, bro.
And check out where Santiago is at right now.
I know. I even said it myself, but I'm just saying. You know, last 4 opponents for Vasily, 12 losses, man. Last 4 opponents for Devin Haney is 3, man.
Oh, don't get me wrong. There is some hype. There is a hype machine behind Lomachenko. Don't get me wrong on that. There is a hype machine in there. Now we understand that as well. But there is a lot of pugilists also that see him as pound for pound 1, 2, 3. You could flip it around. That's something we can't run away from as well.
Correct.
So I feel like there is a hype with Lomachenko. There is a premature going on with the Devin Haney as well. But I just feel I just feel like I don't like the way the WBC did Devin Haney. And that's where it comes from. But if another person interpreted it a different way, they'll be like, you hating on Devin Haney. Why should he drop the belt? All I'm saying is look at the moves they're making. And right now, if they're talking to belt federations to establish the franchise as a legitimate belt so this could be undisputed, it's going back at Devin Haney and be like, how much does the belt that Devin Haney weights? You know?
But the thing is now, hold on. Now we all need to wait because now, thank you, World Star. It's always a privilege to be at your humbleness of knowledge. World Star. No. Listen, I mean World Star as in the World Star, not World Star as in World Star. World Combat Sports. Thank you. I humbly thank you to have me on the panel because you're very selective with your panel, and it's so great and it's so humbling to be on your panel because it's one of the most humblest panels because your following your view is very different. And honestly, for you to actually have me on here with all this ridiculousness, you know that I bring something to the table. Punch Drunk, man, hey, we go way back, all the way back. Doug Hudges, D Hudges, if I said it wrong, I apologize. So great to have the people on the panel. I read everything that's going on in the chat. When I'm not talking, I'm reading everything that you're saying. So when you throw down some money or anything that you're going to do to say something, if you want to stop us talking, you donate to the channel, throw a super chat, and then we stop talking and we want to listen to your questions. But other than that, hit the like, subscriptions, notification bell. What I have to say to that, if we really look at it from our own point of view, we only have opinionated things. Construction is everything. Everything was duality in the last channel when I was with Punch. Everything is duality. But everything is construction from the building, from the ground up. Because right now we're on World Combat Channel, and right now you're on the most channel in the home del Padre Hijo Espíritu Santo. Now you have reached the next level of all live right now. This is what's going on right now. This is the best channel to be on. There's no best boxing talk. I see the people on the chat. Hello, yes, we are all here. I would have to say to some type of reaction to that. We can only understand things from our own things. And we could say, oh, throw it in the garbage. Yes, I can say what Punch is saying. And it's like, yo, but that's kind of disrespectful. That's like you coming into the house, somebody trying to feed you, and it's like, yo, I don't eat this. Because you're given something that is given, and you can't disrespect what is given to you because it's a gift. Somebody gonna give you a gift on Christmas and be like, yo, here. Oh, I didn't want that. It's like, man, that's you can't do that. To me, as seeing a young kid from Punch Drunk and World Combat's point of view, it's like, to me, in my perspective, not to separate or divide or to think that I'm in the middle of anything, but in my way of view, it's like he was given something at such a young age, and he was given a privilege that if you had that talent, if you had that potential, that motivation, that understanding, with that drive, would you say it's like, yo, I'm just gonna throw it over here? But at the same perspective, if you have the right people on your side to tell you, it's like, yo, honestly, it's like that really doesn't mean nothing though, because this is the way the people are looking at. But there's other people looking at it like this. And if we really look at it at a whole entire point of view, to me, it's kind of like, if he's happy, we should be happy. And not trying to be all smushy and stupid, but if we really think about it, if he's happy and if it motivates him, and if it strives him to reach the next level to grab all the belts, or it drives him to reach the next level to lose all the belts, to us, this is our journey we get to enjoy with him.
Hey, so you talking about him as in Devin Haney?
Yes, yes.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're happy and content. I mean, you've been on the other shows where, you know, Bill Haney has been on there talking about the belts and everything. The only point I was trying to make, the Punch Drunk, and you know, when I
I'm not arguing with you, but go ahead.
When I started this live, it wasn't even, you know.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. I thought this other guy was talking. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I said you actually did a good live. I mean, that was a solid live. It was just the big mouths that was on there that I never met before. That's talking about somebody had bodied on their channel and stuff like that. That was like, it wasn't even productive to what I was trying to say. The only thing I was trying to make a point was that the WBC is what we all grew up off of. Like, we grew up off when the WBC was established. That's what we know to be legitimate. In my mind, I think the WBC is better than the franchise belt, because check this out, Punch Drunk. Canelo hasn't did anything with the franchise. Lomachenko hasn't did anything with the franchise. Now, Lopez Sr. is saying that if they win, they're moving to 140. So that's 3 champions that would have did absolutely nothing with the franchise belt. So why is it so important?
Well, also in the same interview that I had with him, he said if anybody want to clarify if I'm undisputed, I will fight Devin Haney. He said that as well. Junior said that when I had an interview with him.
He said if they doubt I'm undisputed.
Yeah, if they doubt, they said if there's any clarifications of to what if I'm undisputed, then I will fight Devin Haney. That's what Junior said.
And shouldn't you think wholeheartedly that him understanding what position he's in, knowing that he's not legitimate, undisputed, unless he fight world champion Devin Haney? I mean, shouldn't he not come to you and be in an interview with you and say, you know what? If they doubt it, I'll fight Devin Haney. And then the 31st of August, Lopez Sr., who I got mad respect for, you know, he's talking to True School Sports, and he says, hey, we don't owe Haney anything. He wins, he can see us at 140.
But because this is what it is also, we have to add the WBC and what they say. And this is what I say. If they are fighting to legitimize the franchise title as being transferable, and for the other belt federations to legitimize this title, that's why I'm saying they're spitting at the face of Devin Haney. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. That's why I said throw that in the garbage, because right now they're fighting to make that belt legitimate with all the belt federation, with the WBA, which I think they acknowledge that they're gonna legitimize that title in this fight. So now it's up to the IBF and the WBO. If fight night comes and everybody's on board, what that says about Devin Haney's belt, then it's like a spit in the face again. You feel me? They keep doing it again, and that's why I'm saying Devin Haney, drop it. And Devin Haney also have stated, just like Teofimo Lopez have stated, that after this fight, they might move up to 140. Devin Haney, while he was with Floyd Mayweather, said that he's going to move up after the next fight. I think they'll fight, but it might be in 140, unless if the marination between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, because that's a marinated fight that been marinated. We never really spoke about Teofimo Lopez Haney really as that fight. It was the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney that been marinated since the amateurs. So maybe we'll see that fight 135. But I really think that they will fight in 140, Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. So I was saying
Haney and Teo been marinating. They got history in the sparring and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's well documented. You know, when I was in Vegas, you know, I ran into both of them. you know, along with Barbershop Conversations. And, you know, basically Haney was making clarification like, okay, you said you stopped me in sparring, this, that, and the other. I mean, but what's going on? Did you stop me in sparring? What was going on? They was making clarification. But I think that fight, if Teofimo Lopez wins, what's right for him and for the sport of boxing, in my opinion, would be to say, you know what? Why am I in a rush to go to 140, man? Because if he lose, and I think Senior said it may potentially be a rematch clause in there, but just say, for instance, if he wins the unification for the right of boxing, I would want him to face Devin Haney because he's the WBC Super World Champion, man.
And that's that's my sentiment. For the love of boxing, drop the belt. For the love of boxing, the morality.
They'll blackball the shit out of him if he dropped that belt in the trash, man.
Well,
that young,
I understand that completely. The WBC, unless if you communicate with them and be like, you know what, I would drop that. But since I'm the champion and I'm going to 140 eventually, then being a champion at a WBC, you automatically be a number one ranked for the WBC for Jose Ramirez. You will be placed in 140 up high. It happens.
But isn't propaganda what sells? Isn't politics?
Everything in business is politics, of course. We all know that.
And that's what I'm saying. That if we really look at it from that point of view, it's like we can look at it from our dynamics, our diagnostics. We can see it from every peripheral point of view. We can have every personality that's in the chat, and I'm reading all your chats. Keep talking, keep going, because that's how I'm answering you guys over there.
Oh, Rob,
Rob, let him finish his peripheral summation, man.
No, go ahead with your semantics, please.
I was gonna add this. Also, I feel like Devin Haney should go now, because if the situation at 135 is the aura of Bob Arum and pulling all these strings for Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, what you think is going to happen at 140 with Josh Taylor top rank, with Jose Ramirez top rank, with Teofimo Lopez moving to top rank? It's going to be the same. So I'd rather go right now, legitimize my position at 140. So by the time Teofimo Lopez get up there, I already have my position where Jose Ramirez will have to fight me being Devin Haney. Because once Teofimo Lopez goes to 140 and all these top ranked fighters are 140, what they gonna do to Devin Haney?
No, if you're asking me, I'm ready to answer, but I don't want to interrupt because World Combat told me to let you finish.
No, he was making a solid point, Rob. You know, on topic.
But I have a solid point, but nobody has heard it yet.
Go ahead, Rob. Make your point, man. Please don't, over exacerbate it, Rob. Okay, please.
No, I mean, whatever.
Go ahead,
honestly,
Rob. Go ahead, bro.
I won't say nothing. Continue.
Go ahead, man. Just don't bloviate the point, man. Like caveat.
I would not impregnate my own personality or point of view. Okay, I would not do that. So let's put it like this. So what you're saying is, if you really think about it in a nutshell, it's a real exaggeration to what is existence. Existence is only reality of what we see. Simple concept. And I know. Unless these things unravel, your opinion or point of view really has no valor. Continue.
I mean, we could say that to anything we're talking about. We just talking as boxing fans and looking in the future. We're talking boxing here. But if you're going to make that statement, then it's like, hey, shut the stream off and that's it. But that's, we're talking boxing.
No, I'm talking boxing with you, Punch Drunk. I'm the biggest follower. I would just, like you say, it's never hate, it's always love. And it's a simple question. It's a deep question. It's a different understanding of a question. And that's where World Combat, with his age and his knowledge and wisdom, I want him to reflect on that one.
Okay, I want to touch bases on, I heard what you said, Rob. Salute. Appreciate you. I just wanted to touch bases on what Punch Drunk said about 140, because I still think it's work for Devin Haney to do at 135, to be honest with you, Because check this out, Punch Drunk. Like if he goes up to 40 without even facing some of the top names at 35, man, it's gonna be even worse if he leaves now. If he don't fight any one of these top names that's in here now, Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lomo, or whatever, he's called them all out. If he don't face any of them at 35 and he goes up to 40 just to get a head start, they ain't gonna respect that shit, bro. It's still gonna be limited respect because they're gonna say, okay, you was this champion, you got elevated, you didn't fight some of the big names, so you ran up to 140 because Teofimo was fighting for the undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but at least fight one of the top 10s or top 15s. Let's say Javier Fortuna.
Yeah, okay.
Javier Fortuna in an interview, he said in Spanish, he of course he's speaking in Spanish, so there's some people that didn't understand what he was trying to say. So he's saying he's being ducked. Devin Haney is saying no, Javier Fortuna is being ducked. Now it leaves the fans. Now who's the one that's telling the truth? Javier Fortuna said he wants to fight.
A duck master.
Listen, the only people that know the truth are the supporters and the pusher of where the money is going to be made. Where the money is going to be made, just like people think that they talk about all these other conspiracies and Illuminatis and stuff. No, the world is broken down by 7 families. Wells Fargo, Chase, and all the other banks that control everything. And in boxing, there's only certain stories that can manifest within themselves. And only certain people are controlled by these people. When people think that there's like, oh, I'm doing my own thing. No, let's see who's actually the puppeteer over them, and we can have a better understanding to where the career is actually going to go to.
I think if I put my managerial cap on for Devin Haney coming out of soldier surgery.
I got my cap on right here.
Soldier surgery. I will give him a tune-up. He's getting already a voluntary bout at 135. I will give him. That would be the smartest thing to do. Of course, the fans are looking at Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Tank Davis and what they're doing, and they're looking at it like they're challenging themselves. But
hey, bro, I understand that. But wasn't Javier Fortuna, when his fight with Luke Campbell fell out, didn't Team Haney reach out to Javier and they didn't want the fight?
See, that's what it is. Javier, a matter of fact, I might have Javier Fortuna this week. I spoke to him, so I want to say what I heard in the Fimo interview.
Yeah,
Fino boxing, but I want him to clarify that this week also. So in his interview, he was saying that no, he ducked them. That he said in Spanish, and I'm paraphrasing. He was saying that when he asked for Haney's team said that he was still rehabbing, but Javier Fortuna was saying that he was bullshitting because as he was telling Devin Haney that he was rehabbing, he's telling WBC that he's okay. That's when he was asking for the belt at the same time. So he's saying to Javier Fortuna's team that he's not okay, that they still rehabbing, but he's telling the WBC that he's okay, and that's what he was saying, that he's a liar, that he was a coward.
Mother flower. He was a mother flower.
He was a coward in Spanish and stuff, that he's lying to the people.
He's a mother flower, guys.
So then it was like, what story is it to believe? The Haneys are always saying that they're being inducted and they're calling everybody else out. But you know, in the sport of boxing, and you know, if you around the sport of boxing, the real call out is when a contract is sent.
Correct, but I don't hear anybody calling Devin Haney's name though, bro. Come on, man. Like, I don't hear it, Punch Drunk. I don't hear no one calling. Like Gervonta coming out talking about he a clout baby, and you know, just like you just mentioned about the contract. I get what you're saying, but we are hearing also that Gervonta is he's more interested in facing Ryan Garcia because of 7 million followers. So I'm saying to myself, which one is it? Is it because you're the next best fighter? You're one of the best in the division, or therefore we're just gonna keep it business orientated and go off the fighter who has the most followers? Because Teofimo Lopez, he's sitting at like 2 million, but we don't know if that's a legitimate raw 2 million followers, actual bodies in life.
Do they really believe in Devin Haney and they believe his precision? Do they really are gunning for Devin Haney? Is Devin Haney their potential legacy fight, sort of saying? And that's the thing. We people may be like, come on, they're not calling out Devin Haney, but maybe they're just not looking at Devin Haney and looking at everybody else as just in the same type of level of Devin Haney.
I mean, is Teofimo Lopez a legacy fight? No. Him fighting Lomachenko, is that a legacy for Tio? Yes, because where Lomachenko sits atop the pound for pound list, that's more of a name that you would want, even though he has a loss on his record.
So now, for example, so let's say Fimo wins, he beats Lomachenko. Who's the one that's everybody going to be?
We can all say, let's say he loses, but continue.
But I'm just giving the because we're really looking at the.
We're talking about if he wins. I know. Continue.
So let's say he wins. Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan and even Devin, they'll be calling out Teofimo Lopez because
the course of history,
because he beat the guy. But
I
don't
only one person should get that. The WBA regular title holder, Gervonta, doesn't get the shot. It doesn't matter if he with Floyd or not. I mean, once again, the WBC world champion should get the next shot at Tio. That's just the way it should be, man.
Hey, I'm not saying he shouldn't get a shot at it. But if the both of them are talking about going to 140, then do it at 140. And at the end of the day, yo, these guys are young. I think we're forgetting how old is Devin Haney, how old is Ryan, how old is Fimo. These guys haven't even been legitimate adults. They got the adult strength.
I truly agree with what you just said, but the division is hot, man. The division is hot, bro. Like, man, come on. All the belts are accessible right here, right now at the 35. Ramirez and Taylor got the belts at 140. So we don't know what's going on with that.
It's hot, but hey, one step at a time. We got Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell. They're fighting for the interim, right? They're gonna be fighting for the Devin Haney strap. So we gotta see a Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. That's gonna be in the works right there. So I don't even mind if Devin Haney's team don't say that somebody's ducking you. Forget about it. Take your tune-up. Get that fight to see how your soldier's doing, because there's no fight out there that's gonna satisfy the fans, right? Unless if it's like a Javier Fortuna, it's not gonna satisfy the fans if you fight Gamboa. Get prepared. Let's see what Ryan Garcia is gonna be doing. Let's see what Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez is gonna be doing, and then there's gonna be people in position in which they got to make a decision, and the fans is going to be like, yo, somebody's avoiding, somebody's ducking. But at this position, at this time in 135, even though that is hot with a lot of names, nobody is highly established except Lomachenko, except Teofimo Lopez that won the strap. Ryan Garcia is still not established. Luke Campbell is still really not established. He's fought people, but is not established as a champion. Devin Haney has a strap, but does his contemporaries even, see his title? Do they respect it? Do you think they respect his title?
Who, Devin Haney's?
His contemporaries.
His contemporaries, I mean, it's all about where they trying to go in their career right now. The only two people who are satisfied, obviously Teofimo Lopez, who's able to negotiate the $2 million or whatever. Guess what? When it comes down to it, he's very satisfied. Plus, he get to fight for the unification bout with the top pound for pound guy that's going to look good on his record. If he wins, it's going to look good on Teofimo's record.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
If he wins. But what about if he loses? Everything is all of the dynamics of opposites. Everything is all the flip side of everything. And this is what we care to not see. We care to not see the flip side of everything. We just care to see
real WBC champion Devin Haney, nigga. The same belt as Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather. What's up,
yo,
bro?
got Haney.
No, I want to hear none of that nice ass shit right now, bro.
No.
Yeah,
don't do that to me. You ain't hear no hate from me.
Mickey Bay on his channel was kissing ass.
Go ahead.
Kissing ass when Mickey Bay was there, though.
Mr. No. Can you do the intro? Come on.
Keep that same fucking energy when I pull up, nigga.
Go ahead.
No, I want to hear none of that
on your
shit.
channel, you don't act like that.
Keep that same energy, bro. Keep that same energy right now.
When I get on your channel, do you get on that?
In the world. Keep that same energy.
Go ahead, continue.
What's wrong, keep that same energy.
No, hold on, Punch, please. Hold on, Punch, please. When I get on H1's channel, he never acts like that. He never acts like that with me. He never acts like that with me.
Energy, bro. That's all I got.
I don't know what you're angry about, but that's fine.
Don't get quiet.
Nobody's
don't
getting
get
quiet,
quiet
but
when
I'm
I
trying to see
what's
why you're
wrong,
coming
Boxing?
over here like I'm your enemy.
Hey,
Don't
Rob,
get quiet when I show up, nigga.
I just
Devin
want to
Haney, the
know.
youngest champion in
Nobody's
the
quiet.
world.
I just want to know how
Yeah,
you're
nigga,
coming in with all this
undisputed,
energy.
you gotta fight Devin Haney for the real WBC title.
All right,
The
now you're
belt that all
promoting.
the
Go ahead.
champions got.
But
The
don't
belt
have
that
me
all
like
the
I'm your
champions
enemy.
got.
You
So
always
what's up?
let me on
Don't
your
get
channel.
quiet
But
now.
don't act like
Don't
I'm
get
your
quiet
enemy.
like Teofimo Lopez when Devin Haney was in his presence. When you was talking about, oh, Teofimo sent them an offer, but he never showed the offer. What happened to that? Now he don't want to fight. What's up?
You
shook?
done?
You seen the ghost?
You done?
I'm talking to you. Shook? You seen the
done?
ghost?
You done?
You seen the
You
ghost
done?
right now?
You done? You
Keep that
done?
same energy.
You done? You
Keep
done?
that same energy.
You done?
What you got to say?
No, computer gangster. Are you done?
What you got to say?
The first
You
thing that
gonna
you
talk
should
boxing or what?
do. The first thing that you should do, if you want me to answer,
Exactly.
if you want me to answer your
Exactly.
question,
Answer the
let me answer your question. H Bummy. If you want me to answer your question,
Answer
let
the
me answer
question.
your
You drunk, huh? Buzz drunk, he drunk. You don't know what he talking about.
First and
He drunk.
foremost,
Exactly.
learn how to
And we got the WBC world title. Come and get it. Come and get it.
First and foremost, learn
Come
how to
and get it,
respect
bitch.
another brother's
Come and
channel.
get it, bitch.
First
Come
and
and get it, bitch.
First
Fuck
and
you talking
foremost,
about fight, nigga.
First
Fight
and
Haney,
foremost,
nigga. Fight
first and
Haney.
foremost, respect another brother's channel.
Yeah,
You look
that's what I thought,
Hey,
nigga.
yeah.
What the fuck?
You
This
look
ain't
at-
your channel, nigga.
Exactly.
Shut your bitch ass up. This ain't your channel, nigga.
Exactly. You know how to respect.
Bitch ass.
You know
Shut
how to
your bitch
respect
ass up.
nobody.
Let's talk boxing. Yeah,
look-
let's talk boxing. Yeah,
Look, that's not boxing.
You
That's lack
you
of
talking
respect.
about top rank.
That's
and
lack of
Maximum don't
respect.
make fight.
That's lack of
Jose
respect.
Ramirez
That's
versus
lack of
Maurice
respect.
Tucker.
That's lack of respect.
Jose
That's lack of
Ramirez
respect.
versus Maurice
Learn
Tucker.
some etiquette, my brother.
DAZN
Learn
versus
some etiquette.
DAZN
Learn some
versus
etiquette.
top rank.
Learn some etiquette.
DAZN versus top
Learn
rank,
some
right? Lomachenko,
Learn
Luke
some
Campbell.
etiquette, bro.
DAZN versus
Learn some
top rank,
etiquette.
right?
Learn some
Haney
etiquette, bro.
Haney
Go,
versus
bro.
Lomachenko. DAZN
Bro.
top rank.
Go
What you
ahead.
gotta say?
Hey, H,
What you gotta say?
let him respond.
Yeah,
H.
mute him.
Yeah,
Hey,
say
let him
something,
respond.
bitch. Say
H,
something,
let him
bitch.
respond.
That's all right. You know
Bitch.
why you can say all
Yeah,
that
say
stuff. You can
something.
say on the computer because I will slap
Answer the
shit out of
question.
you in person.
Answer the question, bitch.
I'll slap the shit out of you in person.
Yeah, answer the
Hey,
question,
Right?
bitch.
Hey, let him respond, H.
Remember,
Let
this
him
is a small
respond.
world, my
Talk
brother.
boxing.
Remember,
Talk
this
boxing,
is a
bitch.
small world.
Hey, punch
This is
on.
Exactly.
Punch on.
This
He
is
ain't
a small-
talking
this is a
boxing.
small world. There's a small
Answer the
world, my
question.
brother.
Answer
There's
the
a small
question,
world.
bitch.
There's a
Exactly.
small world. When I
And tell him to answer the
snatch
question,
you,
bro.
when I
I'm
snatch
waiting.
you, when I snatch
waiting.
you, I'm
Tell
gonna
him
put
to
it
answer
up,
the
bro.
question.
When I snatch you, I'm
Exactly.
gonna put
Nigga,
it up.
shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
Yeah, yeah.
Jose
You better time
Ramirez
out.
versus
You better
Maurice
time out.
Tucker.
You better
DAZN
time out.
versus top rank.
You better time
DAZN
out, buddy.
versus top rank.
Buddy, you better
Maxwell
time out.
versus top rank.
You better
Quiet
time out.
now.
Show respect to the
Quiet
panel.
now, right?
Show respect to the
quiet.
host. Show respect to
Exactly.
the host.
Quiet.
Show respect to the
Quiet.
host.
No
Show respect
answers.
to the host.
No
Show
answers.
respect
Hey,
to the host.
You gotta fight Devin
Brush
Haney
your teeth.
for undisputed.
teeth.
You gotta fight Devin Haney.
Where your girl
It's
at?
Haney time.
Where the
It's
girl at?
Haney time, bitch.
Yeah.
Kissing Mickey
Yeah,
Bay's
anytime
ass.
you better get
You
that
was kissing
tune up.
Mickey Bay's
Get
ass,
that
wasn't
tune
it?
up.
Yeah.
Get that tune up.
Kissing his ass.
Get that
Come to
tune
my
up.
channel begging to talk to
Get
Bill
that
Haney.
tune up.
That's you.
Get that
You was
tune up.
begging to talk to Bill Haney. You was
What?
begging.
What?
Yeah, you was begging.
How?
Like a
Where?
bitch.
Where? Show
Yeah,
me.
nigga, you
Show
a
me.
hoe.
Show
You
me.
a hoe.
Show me.
Straight hoe.
That's how you talk
Straight
boxing.
hoe, nigga.
That's how you
Yeah,
talk boxing.
nigga. Yeah,
That's how you
Lennox
talk boxing.
Lewis was given the
Oh,
WBC
that's how
belt.
you talk boxing.
Lennox Lewis was given the belt, right?
That's how
Because
you,
Riddick
you
Bowe
can't
in
even
the fight.
monetize this because of you.
Exactly.
You don't know how to act.
Exactly.
You don't know how to
Lennox
act.
Lewis was given
You
the
don't know how to act.
WBC
Shut up.
title.
Shut
He
up.
was
You're
given
a
the
clown,
belt.
bro.
I
They
let
look at you as a clown.
both of y'all get off. H, I
You don't
gotta
wanna
get
answer
my
the
channel.
question.
Let me answer
I
Let me
gotta
answer
get,
the question.
H,
Let
I
me-
gotta get my channel back, bro. I know what you about.
Yeah,
I
answer
know
the
the
question.
energy. Hey, I know what the energy from both of y'all. Okay,
Tell
chill,
him to
but you
answer
gotta
the
let him
fucking question,
respond.
bro.
H,
Look
let
how
him
you disrespect
respond.
you, World Combat. That's
Hey,
the type of people you like.
H, he has been respectful. H, he's been cool. So look, I can't sit up here and
Answer
not
the
let the
question,
man
bitch.
speak. I can't let the man. I can't look. He's been cool, bro. Let him speak. Let
He
him
a bitch.
respond.
He's
Go
a
ahead,
bitch.
Punch Drunk.
Look at
Go
that.
ahead, Punch Drunk.
First and foremost, for anybody watching, I apologize for this lunatic and disrespecting the channel, disrespecting World Combat Sport. He don't know how to act. Children, if you're listening to this, if you
Answer
want
the
to be
question,
educated,
bitch.
shut
Get to
up.
the
I'm
question.
talking.
Get
I'm
to the
talking.
question.
Mute this
H,
clown.
let him
Mute
cook. Hey,
clown.
come on, bro.
Mute
Come
this
on,
clown.
man. Let
Mute
him
this
cook.
clown. Yo, what's the question?
What's
Now
the
you don't know
question,
the
mate?
question. I just
I don't
asked
know.
you
Yo,
the
you
fucking question,
walking
nigga.
around.
Devin Haney is a
Don't call me a
WBC
nigga. Why you calling me a nigger
like
for?
Muhammad Ali
Why you calling
and
me a
Floyd
nigger
Mayweather.
for? Why you
He
calling me a
called me a
nigger
nigger.
for? Why you
He just
calling me a
called
nigger
bro.
for? Why you
Come
calling
on,
me a
bro.
nigger for?
Hey, chill,
I'm here
chill.
to-
Why you calling
Hey,
me a
hey,
nigger
you gotta
for?
chill, man. I let
Why
you
you
get
calling
off,
me
man.
a
Let
nigger
him
for?
talk.
You think I play that shit? I don't play that shit here, my brother. I don't know
Hey,
where you
you
from.
gonna answer the
Don't call
question
me a
or what,
nigger.
bro?
Don't call me a nigger. Learn how to talk, my
Hey,
brother.
nigger, bro. What's up with that, bro? He's
Learn how
not
to
even
talk.
black and he's saying
Learn how to
nigger. I'm
talk.
asking him a boxing question.
Learn how to talk. Don't call me a nigger.
Exactly,
Don't
bro.
refer to me as a
He
nigger.
don't want to answer the
Hey, let
question.
him get off, man,
Refer to
because
me.
he did
Respect
come
the
on
chat.
here.
Hey,
Hey,
ask him the question then, bro.
Hey, chill, bro, because he did come over here respectful. And hey,
Man, fuck
look,
this
he
bitch.
did
You
come
a
over here
bitch.
respectful, man.
Nigga, you a
Look at
bitch. Yeah, he
Look
don't
at
want to answer the question, bro.
World
I know
Combat
he's
Sport.
gonna
That's what
be
you
shaky
got.
when I pull
You
up.
can't even
I know he's
monetize.
gonna be
You can't even
shaky.
monetize a
Yeah,
video with
bro.
Stop, H
Yeah,
Money.
bro.
Stop, bro. Stop, bro.
Answer the
We don't do
question, bro.
that on your
Answer the
channel,
question,
so you
bitch.
can't do it on nobody else's.
Answer the question, bitch.
Yo, D Hodge, that's
I
the
know.
only reason why he's doing it here.
You
Because it's
can't
not his
do that
channel.
on
You guys
we
are
respect
two
because
strong
we respect your
personalities.
channel. We respect your
And
Answer
channel.
the question, yo. You gonna
Yeah,
answer the
there you
You're
question or
go.
not?
disrespecting World's
Why you
Combat channel.
You guys are like,
discrediting Devin Haney's world title?
Hey,
there you
Answer
go.
the question.
hey, I'm gonna have to let you go, man. You gotta give me my channel back. I'm gonna take it, dog. I'm gonna take it. I'll let you get on, man, and do what you have to do, man.
Oh.
Hey, hey,
I
Punch
mean,
Drunk.
this is your channel. You didn't have to do
Hey,
that, but that's your
Hey,
channel,
chill.
though.
Hey, Punch Drunk. My apologies, bro. But you know, when it comes down to it, I do, allow people to get off on the channel, but not in that perspective. And
Yeah,
listen,
Punch Drunk is a very civilized
Nope.
person.
I
Put it
know.
Any,
Listen,
he's,
we all know what it's about.
can I
Hold
talk
on,
real
let me
quick?
add
Can
this.
I talk real quick?
I
Like,
got
seriously?
my channel
Like, I'll
right now,
take the
Rob.
hat off if
Ron,
I
I
need
got
to.
my channel.
All right, let me
Rob,
say,
I
let me say something
Rob, I
because
ain't
I
gonna
do
sit up here and debate with you, bro.
because I do this like World
I think
Combat
I know
Sports.
ugly.
And even if I agree or disagree with any channels out there, I respect the grind. I'm coming here to talk boxing. I got my wife and I got my kids. It's not to be here to be disrespected by anybody or for me to come. I come here to talk to
And I
World
agree.
Boxing Sports because he went to my channel. He was on the panel. I
You
respected him.
pulled up. I understand.
We didn't have a good dialogue. I couldn't hear what he was trying to say. So I come here and respect. And anybody subscribe to the channel,
Always.
smash
I
the
come
like
to
because
World
I know
Channel, you gotta respect.
because I know the grind. I know how to respect. You can't monetize something when a guy like this come and curse all over the place, and then
Yeah, that messes up
monetize.
everything.
And somebody could just come and report this channel, and then he's shut down because
And
this guy doesn't have no
money,
type
you
of
got
respect.
gotta respect, bro. Like, come on, man. You came
You know,
on here.
Like I
We
said
were
before,
like, you came on here. It was like you guys were on the right. But then if you start throwing profanities, it's like you don't want people to throw profanities on your channel. It's like
what I'm
H
saying.
Money, you know,
Hey,
H Money.
Rob,
I got
it's not like
World.
it's these channels are profanity free. It's
Yeah,
certain
and that's what I'm
profanity
saying.
that
And
exists.
that's what I'm
Let's be
saying.
honest there, Rob.
And me, I try my best to respect the channel, and that's what I do. And I try to bring entertainment to the people. And maybe I'm stepping a little bit out of character, but H Money, listen, come on, man. If you want to be a part of this, we should all be a part of the same
But
community.
you
And I
can say that on his
appreciate.
channel, Rob. You can say that on his channel.
No, I understand that. And World Combat Sports is like, I love to come to the channel because this is where peace is. This is where order always is. And
I
you know,
appreciate it.
we can't bring like chaos to this channel
I
because this
appreciate
is
it,
the
man.
only channel I got for order. There's no chaos here. And it's
I
like, if
appreciate
we're gonna talk, we gotta be gentlemen. And honestly, man, I know that you're pushing your stuff, but World Combat Sports is like, me, I don't even push my name, but come on, World Combat Sports is doing it. Hit the like notification because that's how you're gonna know that this video is getting pushed out there with the right information. I really respect the channel, and this is the channel with order. When people within the Boston community want to speak with no arguments, no yelling, and I know we get emotional, we get passionate, we all do. But this is not the channel for that. This is the channel of order and calmness, and we speak in very orderly fashion. It's one at a time in a line. It's a straight line. It's straightforward. World Combat, I got a lot of respect for your channel. That's why I subscribe. That's why I'm here with my ridiculousness just to entertain and make everybody smile.
I appreciate that, Rob. You ain't never told me that before, but I appreciate it, dog. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Punch Drunk, man. It's like it's sometimes it's the firing squad on these channels, my brother. But you know, H Money is a channel that I do communicate with, you know, periodically and often. I'm not sure the depth of what you and him had or whatever, or have.
No, not like.
Hold on,
No,
hold
no,
on.
you're talking to him, not me. Okay, go ahead.
There is no depth. He keep it consistent everywhere he goes, and you can follow him in any other channel he goes. He disrespects and goes to every other channel, and then wants to apologize, and then wants to make videos about you, and then want to talk about that's his game. He'll do to you too, World Combat Sports, if you don't agree if something with Devin Haney. Put it that way. He'll do it to you and start making videos. He has the record of disrespecting people like that just because it's over the computer. Now, to answer to his question, this is why I think people just don't know how to understand or they don't know how to comprehend what I'm saying about the Devin Haney situation, because the Devin Haney situation is not me going at Devin Haney. The Devin Haney situation is the WBC and their shenanigans, yet they're riding along using Devin Haney. So me as a fan, I'm riding on Devin Haney. Yo, if I was his boy, like right-hand man, I'd be like, Devin Haney, man, forget about the WBC, man. They ain't treating you right. They playing you. Look what Mauricio Sudamon is saying. Yo, drop them. Go to the IBF. Go somewhere else. Forget about the WBC is prestige. But we know in the span of a year, the WBC looks like they don't know what the hell they're doing. And boxing fans, we see that. So why had this Devin Haney, who got all this promise, who has the how you say, he has that aura, that Ray Leonard aura, the baby face, the guy with the smile, and now he's getting this type of he's getting this type of critique just because the WBC made him out to look like a email champion, made him look like a paper champion. The WBC did that. So that's why I said, throw it in the trash. Don't do business with the WBC until they get their ass together. I've been on the record. I've done enough videos for a whole year saying the same thing. Now there's other people like H Money that interprets that as me saying that Devin Haney is not this, Devin Haney is not this. I never said that Devin Haney wasn't shit. I never even criticized or critique his skill set. And anybody, Rob, he's been on my channel. I say, why critique a 21-year-old when they're getting better?
Did you just say Rob? I don't know if you said Rob.
No, Rob, because you've seen, I've never critiqued him his as a skill set. Never say he got.
No, me, and you know that I'm very dissective with analyzation within somebody's conversation of their own delivery. Yes, I agree.
What did he say when he first came on? I had an interview with Mickey Bay. What did he say about Mickey Bay?
I mean, I don't.
Hold on for a second. Hey, here go BH. Salute to you for stopping through there, William. How you feel, man?
I'm feeling great. How's everybody?
Hey, appreciate
amen. En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo, Espíritu Santi.
You was crazy.
got the floor there,
you crazy. You are crazy, man.
Maybe, but we are crazy in our own little ways. Everybody's tweaked in their own little understanding, but all these people like to do, like Scarface says, they like to do is hide.
Okay.
All right, let him get off, Rob. Let him get off, man.
All right. Well, I definitely, I hate when, not hate. I dislike when the point gets, when it's diverted to anger and frustration, because, we all then came from, and I don't know about the gentleman. The gentleman with the hat on, you know what I mean? I'm not 100% sure, but I can tell with Punch.
Wait, which hat? Because there's two.
Yeah, what is that? What kind of hat? What kind of hat is that you got? You got to put me back on with the panel, bro, so I can see everybody.
Oh, okay.
So I can talk.
All right.
So I can communicate. All right. Yeah. What is that,
hat,
man? What is that? What is that?
This thing?
Yeah.
This thing got a long story.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, I want to say hi to you as well.
It's a ghoul. It's a ghoul head, but it has a very nerdy story that you will not be interested in. Continue, please.
Salute to you, my friend, and your energy and coming on, and I've seen you on a few different shows, and I watch you today, you know what I mean, and I can appreciate your energy. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily have to agree with it, but I can appreciate it, or I don't even have to understand it, but I can also appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So salute to D Hodges as well, and World Combat and Punch as well for having me on here and getting down and chopping it up with you guys. Especially, I'm always good to chop it up with, especially about Dev when it's concerning Dev.
Hold on, I'm chopping it up with you.
There we go. I think in all fairness, when you use journalism, or you use your voice, or you use your arts to get down, you know what I'm saying? To put together that Picasso, you know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of being undisputed, the word undisputed, everybody haggles about it, but you got to be in this business. And I hear Punch, and I hear World Combat, and I hear you guys' energy. But when you really come from the dirt, the mud in this, there's no undisputed trophy you can get. Only thing that you can get is appreciation from you brothers, from the fans, from your peers, from, and alike. You know what I mean? Even from your opponents and your enemies. You know what I'm saying? They have a way of appreciating you. Your opponent and your enemy has a way of appreciating you when they do not want to go to war with you. When they respect you enough and respect your hand that you good. You know what I mean? And with that, we in our humblest way, we say that, you know what I'm saying? We kicking ass at 21 by Devin being a young fighter. You know what I mean? Now, when we start out with Punch, because you've been a youngster and you got kids and you got family, dog, when y'all set out to do something as a team, just to even hear your energy, your tone change, and your concern shifted from all this bullshit to your family. That's what I represent, but I don't hold back no punches, and I don't cut corners on giving kudos and giving grams, the full grams, to the persons that's needed. Now, if you bullshit, if you out here shooing and you giving the wrong impression for these youngsters, you know what I mean? Then I might not say nothing
You're
about
destroying the next generation.
Right. Hello, there we go, my man. So, I might not even say nothing to you, or if I care enough about you, I might say something to you. Now, when you and your family, you set out as a goal to do something, right? And the narrative changes when your goal is in your sights of accomplishing it, meaning the WBC World Championship held by the greats Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, you name it, is the belt that we set out to get. You understand what I mean? Don't kill a kid's dreams and kill a kid off with all this bureaucracy and politics. It's hard for me even to say that word, with all them politics and shenanigans and all that shit.
Hypocrisy. What it is.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. But what you do is, and I hope that, and I go around chatting and beating my chest in and saying that I have a kid that doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, that works out, and has been committed year after year. Now, this doesn't mean that all my kids are fighters. It means that we're committed to fighting. And as a dad, I'm committed to fighting with them. And I'm committed to fighting for my kids in the other areas. My daughter, she's 5 and she's exceptional with fashion. And I'm sure it's going to be an uphill battle with that. But we're built for it, and we're set up. Historically, we don't give enough credence to Devin being the youngest promoter in boxing and being a newfound to it. So when you talk about that, Punch, you say, if you are in control of your career and you are a bad motherfucker, then when it comes time for you to either be put on the sideline, like many fighters have been before, a lot of my ancestors, weren't able to go in there and say, hey, well, if you ain't gonna fight me, then give me the motherfucking belt. You know what I mean? Straight up, just like that, in that kind of way. It's like, all right, don't play me, because we've been played for so long. So what they want to tell you is that now the narrative changed to a franchise belt. Well, there's one thing for certain and two things for sure, that if your kid wanted to get that belt right now, that's not an established belt. That's not a belt that you can go get. That's not even a belt that you can understand. So to give so much value to that belt, meaning it does not apply because they don't fit the status. It's a status that you apply for. And then once you apply for the status, it's sent over to the Board of Governors and they make a ruling on that particular status. So winning that, even if he was to beat him, he would then still have to apply for that status. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yeah, so when you talk about being undisputedly, unequivocally, you know, or leaving no doubt, leaving no argument, all these words that go with undisputed, for the people, that means that everybody 100% agrees with this. But y'all give me a second for 1 second with that. The great Terrence Crawford, Bud, who was the last undisputed champion, how does that help him in the 147-pound division?
Not as much.
No fucking not as much. Zero, zilch,
Yeah.
Punch. Come on now. Zero, zilch.
Yeah.
Zero, zilch. He can't take the win from what was the guy's name? His name was
Mean Machine?
No, the guy that he beat for undisputed was the brother, the gentleman who was
Julius
tough, but
Ndongo? Julius Ndongo?
okay. Okay, Ndongo. Ndongo's, you know, where they say yesterday's scores don't count in today's scores don't count in tomorrow, yesterday's ball game or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That undisputed tag does not help him get the fight with Earl. It doesn't help him get the fight with, you know what I mean? We're talking about now. So Teofimo can run to 140. Gervonta can run down to 130. It makes no difference. When you talk about the acceptance of the people, of you being the shit, that requires commitment. That requires to really, like Floyd said, live a boxing lifestyle. So when you talk about the fighters and living, now you can play the politics and you can play the word games and you can fool the fans that press the like buttons. But when we talk about fooling the kids that might be overhearing daddy on bullshit, then everybody got to take that up with themselves. But when you ask me, if you ask me how I did it, oh, I kept it real, man. I just kept it real with him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he was able to sign on the dotted line as a promoter and then come back and say, well, if it's some big fights are made, wouldn't you be wanting to talk to the promoter? You know, hello, I'm a promoter. Who else you fucking gonna talk to? Right? You talk to him. It's not like you go talk to somebody else or whatever. He pays taxes. He pays his business tax. He's a promoter. He's a functioning business, an entity that has employees like myself that come on and I talk to you guys and I say to you, I said, realistically, are we going to, I mean, everybody says they're 100%. Everyone owns their own channel. We're all bosses. We all own our shit. We don't gotta do nothing. And now there's no seats to pass out to get our vote necessarily. No hotels to give away. It's a pandemic, and motherfuckers are still not keeping it 100. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, not the politics and all that. What the gentleman before that H was really trying to say is
I'm waving at the people in chat. I don't mean to interrupt.
But business has been made, and business is going to continue to be made between the great Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum. And we should have not thought anything any difference by making the move, by doing a partnership with Eddie and to make the fight with Arum. Arum had said some shit that was on the wrong side of the street, as means that Devin, you guys got to understand, you guys are witnessing something that's very, very special and unique, that's different than what a typical father then put down. I'm not saying hello, I'm bragging that I taught Devin every fucking thing he knows. But I tell you what, everything that I had him learn, I'm betting against all that. I'm getting all the teaching, all the shit, and all that. I'm betting against anybody that what they saying. Y'all ain't gonna go in there and hurt him. So make the fight. We're not scared of none of that shit. But we couldn't ask for the kind of money that we asked for and command the attention that we commanded and not put our name 100% in the hat for the people. Or then as an amateur, you just kind of keep sharpening your shit up. You keep getting ready. You keep getting ready. But respectfully, if you come into a WBC tournament Now you in a tournament for that bad belt, and they doing it the right way. You dig what I'm saying? They got Lomachenko. It's the vacant belt. They got Luke Campbell. He didn't got in with Ivan Mendy, right? And they got a tournament now to have a young fighter worth any kind of money, or Ryan Garcia, or anybody Ryan Garcia, Teofimo, Shakur, Devin, you know, to put the kid in the tournament is pretty ballsy. You know what I mean? It's pretty ballsy. And for the WBC, because Teofimo Lopez and his dad was talking very aggressive in their movements, and the Haneys were aggressive. Well, hell, put them in the fucking tournament. You know what I'm saying? Now, boom, the light goes off. The tournament and the green belt. We said, shit, I don't care who's in that motherfucker. The green belt that Floyd got. Now, this ain't no franchise belt, ain't no none of that. You got Mikey Garcia there at this time. And they made him Empress champion and he was in our way, but Mikey, that fight is still there for Devin and Mikey. But no one talks about that. It was Mikey Garcia that was there, and he became Empress champion. And then the belt was vacant, which made us have the opportunity to fight Luke Campbell.
Yo, and you have a great point, but I can't let you keep going
Well,
because I have my own point of view.
No, you talk for a second, so I'm
We
going
just
to be off
listened
in a
to you
second.
for 5 minutes, but go ahead.
No, but bro, I've listened to you on several different shows. No, please let him come in, because that's
No,
not
he
fair.
ain't gonna interrupt, man. Rob, this my channel, bro. It ain't happening. It ain't going down like that, man.
But Rob, Rob then got his off from
Fuck you doing?
a few different times. You know what I'm saying? So I was just only given chronological order and stating facts because I know Punch. I'm sitting here talking to him. You know what I mean? And it's been times that, I wanted to speak and let you speak on the facts of it. You know what I mean? Not the opinion of it, because the motherfucker, or excuse me if I'm the particular kid or guy that does it the right way, meaning we have every single belt in the WBC.
Mhm.
We have the youth belt, the international belt, the silver belt, we have every belt. So respectfully, when we won the interim title, which was another step at demanding the belt, okay, there was nobody else to fight, Punch, respectfully. No, and now in the WBC, in the 135 division, even coming back when his shoulder hurt and everybody said they want to fight, and then your man Fortuna, and we said, Fortuna, good, we got somebody. But see, that was the thing about really having a mandatory and you're a good fighter, is because if everybody been avoiding you, then you want to be in a position to have a mandatory, because now it forces somebody to get in the ring with you. You see what I'm saying? Or it forces them to lose their ranking. You see what I'm saying? So
Yes.
a lot of these guys in the WBC are losing their position, like Javier Fortuna. You were just fighting for the interim. Now you fighting Jorge Linares for something, when you went from the mandatory for Devin to the interim for Devin to now just in a regular fight. And you 100% spoke on Javier Fortuna as if, but no, you came back and corrected it. I know you did. And I saw that. So it's not like I don't watch you. I don't watch. But I need 100%, like the dude was just saying, 100% of that real energy, bro. Because people listen to you, and I appreciate your voice, but I like to win your support in there for real. Or when it's shit, then just let me know what it is. If it's politics, I mean, how do we play the politics? No, I'm just kidding.
Now, I feel you. Now I'll say, I think when I spoke about two things that probably would get a Devin Haney fan or whatever, like, yo, you're a Devin Haney hater. First, the interpretation I feel people got wrong. I was going at the WBC. Because I'm looking at the fans' point of view from the outside looking in, and if I could get the chance to talk to anybody on the inside, then yeah, boxing's like a secret society. We really don't know we really don't know the business side. We really don't know what's behind closed doors. So I may say something, and you may be looking at it like, yo, these guys don't know what the hell is going on, because it's the outside. You feel me? We're fans. All I was saying is with the Luke Campbell and Devin Haney, and then all of a sudden it became Luke Campbell and Vasily Lomachenko. I felt they did your son wrong there. Then they elevated Lomachenko and they elevated your son. And I'm like that. I did the video right there. I said, drop the belt, because I did a video.
But they did not. But see, that's not an elevation, because
no.
we're not. I know, but we have to use the English language, and we have to use it right when we're describing these things. That's not an elevation. That's not something that a 21-year-old kid is looking to get elevated to a point where you can't force people to get in the ring. You know what I mean? Right?
No,
so what happened, remember, Punch, what I'm saying is, so when you make the tournament, that substantiates your reasoning for wanting to be a world champion, the fact that you would even get in the tournament. When Teofimo went the other direction and went against Richard Comey, what we were saying and what people are trying to say to you when they're saying about Richard Comey is that the win of Richard Comey over Ray Beltran, who had a gang of losses, was not enough to substantiate a fight with Lomachenko versus Devin Haney, whichever one got to him first, I would think. You know what I mean? And then the other one had to fight. If you want that quote unquote, to me, if you want that payday, meaning it's got to be a payday with him, or do you want to wait on the other one? But obviously, it's whoever got to him first. And he said, okay, I'm going to go around you and I'm going to get to Lomachenko first. When Devin talked to him, Devin said, one thing we both agree is there's nothing really special about him, meaning that they haven't seen in their time of being, especially even Las Vegas studs. They was already amateur studs, but then to be walking around with their chests around Las Vegas, seeing all the different styles, to scare them kids. You wasn't scaring them kids with just that. You know what I mean? So, that's why. But I'm saying is we have to 100% give, and that's when I heard you and I said, oh yeah, I want to talk to him. Then when you said about giving everybody their grams, then you got to 100% go back and give the kids his grams that's coming up through the WBC. And when you get to that point and you done scared everybody at school or everybody whatever, you don't then say, no, it's not mine. You done ran the bully off. You done ran everybody off. It's really yours. You didn't work for it. Any fighter that then came in and then just swooped in with the WBC. Now, you know this, Punch. If you just came in and you want to fight and then you want to leave and you want to fight and you don't want to really, really hold the WBC and hold the tradition of it, meaning my chest is out and I'm ready to go to war, then they not, you know what I'm saying? That's why he really has the real and only world-renowned WBC world lightweight title. But I think that he made a great decision because he says, okay, I gave you guys numerous times. I give you the tournament. I give you this. I give you the franchise. I give you, what else do you guys want me to give you for you not to fight this kid? This kid has been with us since he's been a kid. He's been fighting out of Mexico. We know he's bad, but if you guys want that, right? So the first title comes like that. I don't know how the second title comes.
Yeah.
I know the similarities. The similarities is in Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis. Same thing happened. You know what I mean? Respectfully. So people like it. It's never happened before.
No, it's happened. That's why I'm saying. That's why my beef was always the WBC. It was never Haney, but of course it's attached to Haney. So my understanding was, and I'm gonna say understanding because I don't believe that everybody knows the in and outs of boxing unless you're in the boardroom or things of that nature. So I said, you know what? The WBC is playing them. In interviews, Mauricio Sulaiman is the one that's saying about elevation. He's the one that's saying that your son signed the interim deal, knowing the interim to fight for the interim title, knowing that he's not going to get a shot at Lomachenko. This is all Mauricio Sulaiman. That's why I did a video where which means
that if Lomachenko should drop the belt, he should sneeze, he should make any other excuse. We have went up and down this ladder looking for anybody else that wants to fight Lomachenko. It could be whoever. Teofimo said, I'll fight him. I just won't fight Devin Haney first. We said we will fight you or anybody else it takes to get to Lomachenko the right way through the WBC.
the right way through the WBC, but there's other ways, right?
Huh?
I mean,
You
they're
said
through the right way through the WBC, but there is other ways. Like he went through
Well,
the other way.
no, you go through but you go through the way that he got a belt. You don't go through the way that it's a vacant belt.
No. I'm
Or
talking about
another
the.
guy. No,
I'm talking about
saying
the.
is we didn't want to. I know, but we didn't want to have our. Okay, let me ask you. So, do you think I could have really told Eddie, "Let's do some real business"? I'm going after Loma. I'm going after Richard Comey.
I mean, he's a champ, but he was respected champ though. Is
Okay.
he's not a
Well,
respected?
well, like
I mean,
no,
it's
no,
up to
no,
you.
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is, but see, when I look at people, I be thinking that it's just like normal shit that you would do. But I'm saying if the guys that handle their kids' careers and that's what I'm saying is that when you get into business and then you get to talking and you really want to talk about your kid and you say, okay, hey, listen, I got a great idea. How about we do a deal and I fight Richard Comey? No, how about I do a deal? I beat the shit out of Luke Campbell, and then we go over here to Bob Arum and we match it with Lomachenko and we keep this shit going, right? Because if we had did a partnership with respectfully with the great Al Haymon, we wouldn't have been able to have Lomachenko. The whole plan was Lomachenko at 135, like you say.
Yeah. So I mean, am I wrong on my interpretations of saying that the WBC, because I'm saying the WBC from the outside looking in is just treating your son. I said treating your son like a 135 stepchild. That's what I said.
No, he's treating him like a 135-pound stud that if they disrespect you and they don't want to fight you, you are our champion. And if the people don't want to understand that they're not fighting you and they want to get behind a guy that didn't want to fight and a franchise belt and all this other shit, then you have a long career at 21. You know what I'm saying? Do not pay attention to that bullshit.
So you're saying that the WBC is actually playing Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez?
Well, no. What I'm saying is it's actually the truth. They're telling you guys the truth, but you guys don't want to accept the truth for what it is.
No, I'm talking about.
No. He's saying that Lomachenko and Top Rank petitioned for something for them to win, that they making up that they're gonna win amongst each other, right? I never wanted it. So I'm saying like, well, that's fine. I mean, you can petition for something else. You can petition for a diamond. You can petition for a lot of stuff, but you can't petition for what you got to fight us. You got to petition to fight us. You can petition to make another, but you have to petition to fight us.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand completely what you're saying. The only thing is not about. That's what I mean. It's not really about the Devin Haney. For me, it's the WBC. And when they do have an interview, when Mauricio Sulaimon does have an interview in which he does sound like he's all over the place.
No, you got to respect it. What he's saying is with Lomachenko. Lomachenko's a great champion. He's older. He's on his way out. You know what I mean? Let's celebrate him. Let's celebrate him, even whether it had been with Devin Haney for the fight or whether it had been with Teofimo Lopez. Let's celebrate him. Let's give him a status where he can fight the necessary fight that he is, because he's not, because the WBC got the baddest motherfucker in boxing. That's Devin Haney.
So let's say
So
I ask you an accurate question, right? So I will ask you this, because this is I feel like this is a question that a lot of people want to know. So if the WBC, which they're saying that they're trying to legitimize the franchise belt, so this belt could be undisputed, and going to the other belt federation to legitimize this belt as the belt to become undisputed, how do you feel about that? What's the message?
That's not true, because none of the world champions. Let me tell you why. Because none of the world champions who are proud to have their belt or are being explained, nothing like, oh, by the way, I want to let you know is your belt, won't be. No, nobody is saying that. That's not true, bro. That was it's an individual circumstance. And if a person beats him, then you apply too. If that's what you want to apply, because you beat somebody that was under that kind of status, that was under that kind of protection. You see what I'm saying? Because the only thing is that with Devin, up until then, we could petition to challenge anything or anybody, just like everyone can petition to fight us. Now we're in a different position. It's like we can get the call too now. It ain't like, you know what I mean? But we were the hunters, and that's what got us this WBC strap.
All right, I understand where you come. My whole perception is coming from what I hear from Mauricio Sulaiman. That's my whole perception. Mauricio Sulaiman ain't say a damn thing. Then yeah, we look at the franchise belt like what the hell is going on. But once it's transferable, then now it's transferable.
But when all the people leave, you know, the Teofimo Lopez, he leaves, right? He leaves and he goes over to the IBF. Lomachenko petitions to be a WBC world champion. He petitions for the belt, right, to fight Luke Campbell, and then petitions to not have to fight within the rules of the WBC, right? He wants to be a franchise, would say, okay, give me status to just go over here and fight, whatever. And then Teofimo, and then you say, well, shit, I want to win that status too. No, man, you don't have to win it. You can just fucking apply for it. If you're a champion, you just apply and drop your belt and let somebody else do it. But who's dropping a WBC belt, especially at 21 years old? You're not gonna fucking drop no belt and then for somebody else to do it. You got to fight us, just like we want to fight. The reason why we got it, because the baddest dude in the division dropped the belt. He could have dropped it for whatever reason. That's what the gentleman was saying. He could have made up whatever reason, because he chose franchise status. It went all over kind of well. They said, well, you know, Loma said he did it, or he said, you know, the Top Rank did it, or what? Loma, you are an entity of business. You are the pound for pound guy. No move is happening without you. No move is happening without Devin Haney knowing about it. So I know it's no move happening without you at the level of play. When Bob Arum said that Loma makes the decisions, him and his dad, they control everything.
Everybody says something that, you know, has their own their own lane. I just go by. I was going by what the hell the WBC was going. I was disagreeing with the WBC, and I'm like, yo, your son shouldn't even be in it. But that's from the outside looking in, you know?
Well, yeah, I'm sure like it's just the NBA championships, and they said it was a short season because of the pandemic, and then they told, oh, by the way, you shouldn't take the trophy, or we're doing protests this year, and you shouldn't, you know, or we couldn't go to graduation this year, so don't accept the diploma. No, you cannot change the fact of the green belt, because guess what? Now somebody got it that give a fuck. See, somebody else just had it that didn't give a fuck. So now so you see the difference. That's why they gave it to the right person, because the dude had fought all his way up through the shit. They knew what time it was. They knew that we weren't gonna get it and then bitch up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You put you go in that motherfucker and you put a rematch clause, and you go in there and you fight and you put on a good performance. The people love it. You know what I'm saying? They keep coming back.
Okay. So y'all straight with the WBC. There's no problems with the WBC and how they handling the situation with Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez.
No, we don't have no problem with it, because that's what I'm saying. Again, it's not okay. Mind you, what can we do? Okay, so what can we petition for? We want to petition to fight him. You can't petition to fight him. You can't do that. That was what he did. So if Teofimo wins that, you can't. He has to want to come get that real green strap, or they're going to drop it, or they're going to drop the belts, and then
Now with the interview I had with him last week, well, like 5-6 days ago, he said if people don't want to, if people not clear that I'm undisputed, to clarify it, I'll go and fight Devin Haney after this fight. That's what he said with my interview I had with him.
Yeah, well, push that joint. Don't push the other one, because he knows that it's not going to be that, and he knows that the people ain't going to be that. So let's make this big fight with Devin and the winner. And if it's Teofimo, you know what I'm saying, then it is. He's going in there like he's supposed to, and just like Devin. Them two dudes entered their names in there to the baddest joint. We got to take their hats off. And that's one thing you said. We don't got to tear one down to tear the other. You know what I'm saying? We just give 100% facts that one went the other direction openly and said it, and said that we're stupid because we're going the hard route, right?
Yeah.
We're in there, we're going the hard route. Mandatories, tournaments, you know what I mean? The bullshit and all that to get it though, bro. To one day get it. I don't give a fuck how you got it.
I'll pump that. I'll pump that one.
As a 21-year-old kid, come on, man.
I'll pump that fight. I'll pump that fight.
Yeah.
I'll pump
that. Exactly. I mean, shit.
Okay. Oh, World Combat Sport, can you allow me to I wanna change the subject just a bit. But it's about Teofimo Lopez. I mean, I'm sorry, it's about Devin Haney.
As long as World Combat, because I came on here because I wanted to come on World Combat Sport and talk to you. That's how I was gonna do it. I wasn't gonna come on your show. I want to come on this show. So what you want to combat?
Appreciate it, BA.
No. So there was two things. So first and foremost, I apologize the way I went in on your son on the part of the white boy comment. The white boy comment. I thought about it like for two weeks after, and it went and it got like 80 Ks, and I'm like, you know what, this is a good kid. But I just wanna
No. See, listen, see, now that's another thing, right? He just was slanging nigga around. You know how to say nigga because you done said nigga a bunch of times. So then you came with nigga and all the shit. But us as black people, man, we don't not be tripping, man. We trying to, that's why he has said, answer the question. You know what I'm saying? There's no revenge in us. I come out the streets.
No. Wait. When you talk about H Money?
Yeah, no, but give me a second because I'm touching your point because it's very important that I just want to let you know. The moment that you guys had just then should not be taken out of context because that ain't who y'all are. You see what I'm saying? That's not who Devin is. You know what I'm saying? And the people that push that narrative because the way that we talk or the shit that we say amongst each others, and we're supposed to have a channel to quote unquote have the freedom of speech because our speech and the way we talk ain't so traditional or it's not so appropriate. So we come on to stations that have independence to quote unquote speak and have the freedom of speech. And then when we speak, it's sometimes taken out of context. When you're not like that, Devin's not like that, I'm not like that. We just trying to fight, have some fun, get some money, and that's it, bro. That's all.
No,
so, you know what I mean?
No,
I appreciate it, but no, yeah. No. If I thought it was like that, I wouldn't even chop it up with you. I just know that, at the end of the day, having some intelligence and having some conversation, trumps any of that other shit.
No, all right. Then I just wanted to clarify that part because I just feel like even when we're doing this platform stuff, I do want it to be educational about it. So it was just the comment and how we are in society and the rate and how race is so much of a factor. And I was going by that Minter versus Hagler, and the same type of speech was surrounded that, the white boy, the black boy, I wouldn't shake nobody, could have pale hand. So that's where I was coming from, because in that fight it was a riot outside, and I know the significance of that little thing what could be. So I was adamant. I go out there, I protest. I'll be doing all of that. So my energy was, with this race, I'm in an interracial relationship. My kids are white too. I know your kids are. You in the biracial kids too, right?
Oh yeah, I love people, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My kids, yeah. No. But I'm saying of all races, and you could tell with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm black, and we stand up for black because if you got a teeny bit of it in you, you're black. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So everybody is black around this joint. You did.
Exactly.
We don't use the word. We don't use the word biracial because obviously.
Just bring it in context so people can understand. So that's where I was coming from. I'm coming from I got blonde hair, blue eyed kids, and people may look at them in the future and be like they crackers when they're black. You feel me? So my interpretation comes from my own family, so when there's this black and white stuff going on, I hate it. I hate the race bait. Like if anything pinches my nerve, it actually be that. Like, so my energy was on that. Like, damn, Devin Haney, you don't gotta go that route. And that's why after I did a video and I'm like, he's a good kid. No, he's not. He's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that.
Just talking shit, just like you talk shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and you know, you move in a place that, like, you talk about your family and one day being able to do some corporate shit. So you got to understand, you know, from the corporate to the casual conversation, a lot of people are losing jobs and losing opportunities because their conversation is a little bit more casual than the corporate structure would like. So, you know, you just it's a balancing act. But I definitely appreciate, you know, you giving me a apology on with Dev, and you know. You go
Nah,
hard, Punch. You go hard for real.
I
You
know,
dig? Yeah,
I
feel
know.
me?
I know,
You
but
know?
it's also fans. Like I told you, like it's like look at H. He comes out
Oh,
here.
for
He
sure, for
goes.
sure. We
He
love
goes
H though. We love
for
H. We love H, and H he go hard. And the crazy thing about it is that H been like that, you know, because we see people and we see fans and all the stuff, you know. But we see him, but we don't. But it was something special about H and his energy. And you know, because I saw you just about to go from 0 to 30 seconds. You know, and you know what I mean? So if it's not you, you know it's a cousin, you got an uncle, you got somebody that's just like that, just like H. And one thing that I say about him, respectfully, if we come up in the barbershop or we come up in this platform and we all talk, long as everybody keep their hands in their pockets. I done been at domino games where guys, they say, bitch, play. You come on, play, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't want to play. You know what I'm saying? Now, the person might not take just the voice is irritating. The way he say bitch, you might now see if you say, I'm not with that, nobody calls me a bitch. Okay, my man, we can respect it. But if you let one person call it to you, playing or in a way that is just conversation, then it should be all right for everyone.
Yeah, man. He take a little step further though. He's a disrespectful type of dude though. He's a disrespectful type of dude.
Hey, that's what H is, disrespectful, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Hey,
Yo, you
hey,
already know under this airwaves, man. People they think they
Yeah.
gangster, man. I tell dudes, man, it's a small world, bro. It's
Yeah,
a small world.
yeah, but that's where his his ingenious was. He still told you, now let's talk boxing. Let's talk boxing. So even when you would say that and you're on point, he still kept saying it's still just boxing. It's just still talking boxing. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
It is though. It is, yo. Plus, we have history. We got history. That's what it is. It is.
Yeah,
But, man,
yeah. Well, we'll take a Larry Merchant like Floyd Mayweather or a Howard Cosell like Ali. It don't make no difference, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just appreciate the energy that everybody be giving. I mean, the brother that had the hat on. I mean, he talks like a motherfucker. I'll be listening to him, and he'll go out and he come back in. He say, "Whoa, oh," and you know what I mean. And I listen to him, and he wouldn't even give me 10 minutes, man. You know.
I had to boot him there, BH. I had to boot him, man.
hey, man, I'm looking at this channel. I'm like, it got some integrity in this channel. You feel me? And you go to some channels, it's a jungle. You know what to expect. I'm coming. I was listening to World Combat Sports before I timed in. I'm like, all right, this is the energy for this channel. We know the hard work that we put in.
Right.
Just so somebody who you don't got to be rah everywhere.
Yeah.
You feel me?
All right, brother.
All right.
All right. Well, shit, man. You know what I'm saying? What's understood don't need an understanding. Combat, I appreciate you, brother. Once again,
Appreciate you,
keep growing because that's where I come to. I come to the small channels, man. That's, you know what I mean? I'm not like that. I'm from around the way. So I like to listen to you guys, kick that shit. I like that you guys are independents. You're bosses. You can say whatever the hell you want to say. I love that shit. Keep doing it. Keep grinding, man. And, blessings to all y'all, all right?
And much
All
respect.
right.
Man. Thanks for dropping
Peace.
through.
Right.
Bless up. Yo, thank.
Hey, Punch. Hey, that's what it's about, man. The battlefield always has surprises, dog.
That's what's up, man. That's
it was conducive, live stream. To be honest, like I don't do it for all the monetary stuff. A lot of my videos, I can share screen right now. They're not even on for monetization. I just love covering combat sports. But what I wanted to say to you, bro, appreciate you not running out like a lot of people do.
Oh,
You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
nah.
They just abort the mission. They abort the mission, dog.
Nah,
And
never.
they run off the battlefield, and this boxing shit, it gets live sometime. You know what I'm saying? It gets live, bro.
It does. It does. I know. Yo, look, one thing I learned, man, I pushed to better myself as a man. I push ego to the side. I like to learn. This is not, I mean, like these channels is not really to feed my ego, but to, so we can have a boxing community and we could all, you know, have our own perspective and build each other's, you know, minds of boxing. So you might have a different perspective, like in Devin Haney, and I might have a different perspective of Devin of the business side of Devin Haney. I already know he's skilled. I already know he has a potential. He's potential to be great, and all those. That's like a gimme. I don't even touch base on that. That's inevitable in my opinion. But it was just the WBC and the shenanigans that just had me. Yo, they stole the glory from the. That's the way I felt. Like they stole the glory from him. That's how I felt. You know, when somebody was in championship, when you see Banana Rosario, you see Floyd Mayweather win their first title, you see it, all the hard work and the emotions are running high. You know, I wanted to see that from Devin Haney. I wanted to see it because out of all the boxers right now, that's the guy that we see from Yay High and YouTube. That's the guy that we just seen from 7, 8, 9. So then for us to see when he wins it, when he graduates, you know, he had a diploma, but didn't go to the graduation. You feel me?
Hey, I look at it like this. Haney put in the trench work, man, the boot camp, everything that people demands of boxers that want to be in the position that Devin Haney's in. But yeah, he get to the position. It's no waiver that, you know, in my perspective, that he was given. You know, for Vasily Lomachenko, he got off the belt. So, you know, the respect that he's not getting right now in the lightweight division is just amazing. I'm like, they ain't giving this dude no respect for what he's doing, everything he's supposed to do in boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna have their point of views.
I think they all know each other. They all support each other. I think they do have some respect. You know that Ryan Garcia respects Devin Haney. You know that's vice versa. They got a relationship. You know
Ryan Garcia, man. Ryan Garcia. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They come from the same class as being in the come up. They all gonna fight one another. I think I'll say myself, you know, we gotta take more responsibility. I gotta take more responsibility and not creating this Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia versus one another. If I could say something good about Devin Haney, I could say something good about Teofimo Lopez, and I could say something. You know, I think it gets carried away with our analysis. Once we talk about good about Teofimo Lopez, we'll say, but what about Devin Haney? And what about what he does? And then it goes, but Ryan Garcia is better. And then I mean, like, that's good for bragging rights.
Certain fans that's truly trying to degrade what Devin Haney's at right now. You know what I'm saying? Even with Lomachenko, I'll say what I got to say about Lomachenko. I don't have to compare him to any other fighter. I don't have to boost up Teofimo. Look, Teofimo's done called Lomachenko a bitch several times in person, man. That's the ultimate disrespect. He's like, he's a prima donna, he's a bitch, you know, and he said it on 2 of my interviews. So I'm like, that's absolutely disrespectful, but he's getting the fight that he want in the lightweight division.
Yeah. And but how many times you see that disrespectful go, and then after the fight, what do? They
shake hands and hug and all that. Yeah.
Yep. So we know boxing. We know the promotion. You know for this fight, Lomachenko can't promote a lick. Teofimo Lopez will have to do everything and say whatever it takes, and Senior will have to say whatever it takes for people to tune into this fight. So I expect all this talk, but then I do expect after the fight, knowing that he's bred to be a boxer and Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko the same way, that they're gonna handshake and you know, congratulate one another. You know. The great about this boxing and this era, we see fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. See Bill Haney, we see Teofimo, we see Papachenko, we see Henry Garcia, we see Virgil Ortiz Sr. That's a narrative that we need to push more. That fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing.
And that's kind of where I come from. Like, absolutely respect what BH was doing, man. You know, BH just be chilling, man. Like, I don't know how many times you've seen it, but he'll come through the small channels and he'll just chill and talk boxing and shit, man. And you got to respect that. You can't sit up here and listen to him, you know, turn you on to the backside of the game and then go out here and say that Devin Haney ain't doing what he's supposed to in the sport of boxing. I'm learning why they did what they did, the route they took, and where they at right now, and what they unable to do. Because I asked Bill Heyman, I say, well, if Teofimo Lopez win the unification, can't y'all just make a phone call and all that? And then he said it tonight. He say, what can we do? You know what I'm saying? We can't do anything. Like,
they got to come to them.
Yeah, they got to come over there and request. Okay, let's go fight Devin Haney for the true.
Where you think that fight would happen though? The Zone or ESPN?
Well, we all know ESPN do the most. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. But you know, it all depends. They can co-promote, whatever the case may be. I couldn't really tell you, man, when it comes to this COVID-19 and everything else, man.
But let's say if it wasn't the COVID and everything is all cleared up, because doesn't the Zone, there's reports that they having trouble, you know, financing, and they're not succeeding in the U.S. market in the Zone. So what you think the Zone would let Devin Haney, knowing that Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia is the future probably of bringing them subscription to the Zone? Do you think they would let Devin Haney go to ESPN for that Teofimo Lopez fight?
It's according to what they have behind the scenes on the write-ups. You know, one person that I talk strongly with it about is Eddie Hearns, man. He's just a mouthpiece, and he just contradicts the hell out of himself too much for me to believe anything he want to say, man. So to answer your question,
that's all promoters.
Yeah, but Eddie Hearns, man, he just blatantly just say stuff repeatedly over and over again. But to answer your question, man, I don't know really. I would like to see that fight on ESPN, and I'm pretty sure Team Haney, I can't speak for them, but if they really wanted to make that fight happen, I'm pretty sure they'll communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like David McWater, you know what I'm saying? He's a cool cat, man. He'll get on the phone and talk to the team and do what he got to do, man.
Yeah. He's been a manager like for 30 years or something like that, right?
Yeah, cool cat, man. The first time I met him in Frisco, when he was fighting Diego Magdalena, I was turned on by Lee, who's the advisor on Teofimo's team, and I was with the team the entire weekend. I got to learn a lot about Teo, man. I was covering the whole weekend. Ate lunch twice with David McWater. I learned some shit about boxing that I didn't know unless I talked to him. Yeah. So I appreciate that shit, man.
Yeah. These are the dialogues that I think that we need. Is you got to ask the right questions to the right people to get the right answers.
Yeah, true.
From the outside looking in,
I'm trying to tell him, like you said, I'm not all about the rah-rah. You know, I'll turn up if I have to when it comes debate. I put this up here because, you know, of the people that was over there telling lies, but I got receipts on shit. But my channel is small because I just don't like. It's usually me on here just talking, and then I just gradually started. You know what I'm saying? I just gradually started building the panel up. But I usually just be talking about boxing and MMA stuff. But talking to the individuals behind the scene, Punch Drunk, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you learn all the knowledge talking to the motherfuckers behind the scene, dog.
Yeah. No, it's true. Look, when I had the interview with Mickey Bay, man, it was he said a lot. He said a lot that he never said, you know, and just asking the right questions and asking and getting the type of response and making the stream at least educational. We can have the rah-rah, right? But make it educational. At the end of the day, there might be at least one young boxer that's looking at these dialogues, right? My son, my 13-year-old son, one time, he was looking at my channel. He's like, yo, what's all those guys just cursing? I can't listen to that, you know? And then he goes, oh, my friends at school do listen to you. So even though I don't want to be like, you know, I don't have the responsibility, you know, I can't control who's listening, but you want to make it some type of education. You want every type of demographic to come into the channel, you know, and listen, because it's boxing talk. This independent media, we're the ones that's actually uplifting boxing, because mass media don't give a damn about boxing. If there's not a fight, they're not talking about it, you know. So people do come to these small channels and check to update the people what's going on in boxing. You know,
true words, man. True words. And you know, that's why I pulled up and check your spot out, man, because I didn't know, not anything that saying you wasn't important. I just didn't know who he was talking about so much, and I really wanted to check out the interview. So when I checked out the interview with with Tio, I was like, cool. But you know, I was just trying to see what was said in that interview with Tio and what his dad said on True School Sports. So if I really want to talk about it, I can compare the two and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I just really wanted to know.
Yeah, information. And shout out to Glenn. Shout out to Glenn. That's my boy. Shout out to Glenn. Y'all was going at it on that type of subject. But
no, I was light, bro. I wasn't going at it with him. I was just letting him get off because just like you said, you know, earlier about people talking to you a certain way, I was letting Glenn get off because I really wanted to hear, was he talking about something that was important or not? Because I seen him on another channel before, and I say, what the motive? What is the motive? Are you going to talk about the topic at hand? Or are you here to talk about the interview with Punch Drunk or what? You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to kind of fill him out and see what was up, but you don't get it twisted, man. I just let him. That was light work. That was light. I wasn't even debating with him. It was just like I was letting him talk most of the time and trying to see what he meant. That's all. It wasn't no competition.
Oh, you feel? It was. Oh, okay. He's on the comment. They go on the comment box. So,
What's up, man?
Yeah, but you know, it was a good dialogue. It was a good dialogue with It was a good dialogue with Haney and getting that perspective. That's the important perspective because I don't know how he's seeing things. Because I'm thinking like,
that's what I'm saying. That's the whole point I'm trying to make, Punch Drunk. That's the whole point. You don't see people's perspective until they pull up, and that's what I can respect about BA. He'll pull up and clarify. Like I would like to speak to Lopez Sr. and just talk about and try to get the perspective as Bill Haney does. You know what I'm saying? He just pull up. I would like for, you know, other.
He'll tune in. And matter of fact, he the one that he hit me up saying he tuned in and he ain't like the things that was talked about.
Okay.
So he tuned in and he's like, yo, Punch, are you gonna go live, man? This channel going at I didn't know about you. Respectfully, I didn't know the channel. I really don't. When I'm in my channel, I try not to go to other people's channel because you know you got to do your thing with your family and stuff like that, and you know this could get addictive and when you're on the live for so long, you know. But it's good perspective coming from his father, just like it's good perspective coming from Senior, just like it's good perspective coming from Mickey, just like it's good perspective coming from Henry Garcia and his camp. And you know, everybody gonna have their own business and they're dealing with different promoters and they all have their stories, and we're just here trying to put the puzzles together. That's all we're doing. You know, I'm taking what Haney said. I'll take what Senior said and just put the puzzles together. And at the end of the day, they all in position to fight one another. I don't feel like fighters duck. I don't feel like these guys are scared of one another. They all spar one another. They know each other very well. It's anybody's ducking, it will be the promoters, it will be managers, it will be advisors, but these are fighters. I don't like to degrade fighters and saying the fighter is scared of nobody or is ducking. It has to be some type of business. There's a lot of hands in the cookie jar. So
I feel that there's a duck master class in the lightweight division, bro. And you know, when I call a fighter a ducker is when it's their action, their language that's out here in the media. Like Lomachenko said, Devin Haney was too green, but you don't want to pull up and face him if he's green. And then you turn around and face Lomachenko that's 15-0. I mean, Teofimo Lopez is 15-0. I'm like, what is he compare? If you call him Devin Haney green, you go over here only because Teofimo defeated the champion who defeated Ray Beltran, who had multiple losses already. I mean, come on, man.
But remember, he's going for the IBF belt. You can't knock going for the unification belt. You can't knock it. He's going for accomplishment. So
I'm not knocking his undisputed. That was never me. That was never me downplaying what Teofimo should be doing at the moment. He should be facing the Vasily Lomachenko for the unification. But what I'm saying, Punch Drunk, is like, what are you going to do after knowing if you have to unify titles, you should go over there and face the WBC world champion Devin Haney. It's only right. It's no need for you to rush to 140 because Ramirez and Taylor already has the straps.
Now the 140, the 940 analogy is I'm hearing what they're saying. What Senior said, right? What he said, that the next fight is going to 140. Teofimo Lopez have said that I'll fight a Jose Ramirez. He said it, but then in the same interview with me, he said he'll fight Devin Haney in his next fight to clarify. So I'm good with that. You know, I'm good with that. They're all in position. If there's got to be some clarifications, if they need to go to Undisputed and fight Devin Haney, then do it. That's what Teofimo Lopez Jr. said. So forget about it. We heard it from his mouth, you know? So I feel like they're all in position. They're all young. There's no need to degrade a Haney. There's no need to degrade a Fimo. There's no need to degrade a Ryan. Ryan is facing Luke Campbell for the interim. This is great right now. Matter of fact, the 135, these young dudes is keeping everything up. Now with Devin Haney, I want to see who he's going to fight. Or I want to see who's going to fight, if it's going to be the Fortunas of the world. I don't know if Linares is healthy again and they'll try to make that fight. I don't know. I don't really like the Gamboa fight personally. If they go with the telling the public, you know what? Matter of fact, we're going to take a tune-up and let's see if the shoulders is where it needs to be. I'm good with that. That's understandable. Just like if Earl Spence would have taken his tune-up. That's understandable. You know? That's all.
I mean, I feel you, man. I feel you on that. You know, I just don't know why these fighters is losing. Just getting all these other opportunities, man. Luke Campbell fought for the vacant. He lost. He was dropped in the 11th round, bro. He turned back around and fight for the interim, a lower tier title than what he had the opportunity, you know, with 3 losses already on his record. And, you know, he's stepping in there fighting an upcoming rising star in Ryan Garcia. So he gets another opportunity. Why? I guess because it's Olympic pedigree and his gold standard. And I don't know, man, but you have undefeated fighters like Devin Haney. He should be getting the next man up after this unification. You know,
but
that's what I feel. He should get the next man up, bro.
It did change a lot when he was injured, when he had the surgery. Remember, a lot of fights.
Yeah, I mean, he went into recess, man, and this is legit. I looked at the WBC, I read recess, and they can bring him back and all that. So in the process of him being in recess, Javier Fortuna and Luke Campbell was supposed to. That fell out, so they brought Devin Haney back, right? But then, if him and his team feel that he's ready as far as sparring and everything, man, he should just fight whoever's up, you know, next in line, bro. That's all. I mean, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, man. I do. Man, this is good. It's good where we at right now. It's good. The 135 is good. Everybody's in place. Everybody's in place to get the title.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's in place, man. I'm telling you, that's the fire. That's the fire zone right there. It's so hot. Like it's
that's why I call Fimo the captain of the generation. He takes care of Lomachenko. Then is this era. Now it's about this era. Loma is out. Now it's about Fimo. It's about Haney. It's about Ryan. He takes care of Luke Campbell. And now we on it. Now it's on. Now it's on. And I swear the fans will pay more attention to these young guys than the prime fighters right now.
I got it, but you know what? I mean, as much as I respect Tio, man, we're gonna be on his neck if he win these titles, man, and he bounced the 140 without doing shit with the franchise, or he wants to fight Ryan Garcia.
So let me say,
boys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? No, you got to fight one person, dog.
All right. So let me say this. So I said, so if Fimo wins and he goes to 140 and faces Taylor or Ramirez, are you going to be mad at that?
No, I can't be mad at him making moves.
But fighting a unification, exactly, right?
That's a move. That's another move that he was able to do in a sense of Mikey Garcia. But Mikey Garcia, you know, he was, you know what I'm saying, he lost in his effort, but he was able to go up to 47 and face Errol Spence in a losing effort. He made a move. He made good money off that move. So I'm thinking Teofimo Lopez, he do the same stuff. In a sense, I still would feel some type of way because I think he should fight Devin Haney. Even he's going to make good money, and it's only right for the sport of boxing. If you're the unified champion, to be truly undisputed, you need to fight the WBC super title holder, man.
It's going to be easy to make this fight though. If he moves up to 140, it's an easier fight to make.
It's possible. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, I can't dispute that. I can't dispute that because they're going to want to fight T.O. with the momentum that he has coming off this unification and moving up to 140. I got it.
Thus my feeling of Haney moving to 140.
Man, what's the rush for T.O. right now? And he don't know what's going on. Like Ramirez just got off he just was off a tough fight with Postal, a tough fight.
It's a good fight. Good fight.
So why is he? So why would T.O. be in a rush after October to go up there and face Ramirez? Why would he be in a rush? I thought Taylor and Ramirez was fighting.
What?
Undisputed.
Say it again. Oh yeah. I mean that's a fight that's brewing. All I'm saying is we don't know. I mean, Haney could tell us his moves, but we don't know everybody else's moves. You know, maybe they just maybe we don't know that he's on he wants to be on a quest that he wants to get accomplishments and retire young. We don't know if that's his plan.
T.O.?
Yeah, we don't know if he's just trying to get rack up his resume. Because in reality, he didn't need to take this this Lomachenko fight. Ain't no mandatory. There's no one slot. There's no two slots in the IBF mandatory, and there's no mandatory. He could easily get a tune-up voluntary bout. He took this fight because he wanted this fight. So I don't know. Maybe he is moving to create a legacy. You know.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense if you're fighting a top pound for pound guy. It only makes sense. It's going to look good on your resume if you win. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's a good business move. He negotiated up to $2 million. It's worked out everything for him. Plus, in the first division, he became a champion, bro. If he's able to go there and pick up the unified titles for Lomachenko, who's considered one of the top pound for pound, it's good. It's a win-win. But the fact remains, how sweet would it be, for you to truly unify the lightweight division, man, and go fight Devin Haney, man? You ain't in a rush. Because
the thing is, beating
Ramirez, look, check this out, bro. Why Ramirez and Taylor? Why wouldn't they fight each other before Ramirez fight Teofimo Lopez? Why? What sense does that make?
Yeah, that would. I don't think that will happen. I'm just, what could happen, but I don't think that will. I think they will fight that for the undisputed before fighting a Teofimo Lopez if he moves up.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah, if Fimo stays at 135, then fight Haney. If he's moving up to 140, I just don't see anybody trying to critique him going to. If he's gonna move to 140 and fighting the likes of a Taylor or Ramirez, I don't feel like nobody should critique him for moving up and fighting for a unified champion, because those are unified champions. Now, if he just moves up just to move up and not fight Devin Haney, then that's when it's legitimate. Where why you gonna move up and fight whoever in 140 just to fight at 140? What? Because I'm all about defending as well. I like Canelo, but I don't like the Canelo that he gets a championship and then drop his belt. I like defensive.
That's the whole point, man. That's where we at, man. That's where we stir in the pot. Because what's the point of the franchise belt when Canelo's doing what the hell he want, Vasili's doing what the heck he want, and then Teofimo's doing what he want, man? Come on, like, what is the franchise belt for, though? The drop? To not face your mandatories? I mean, we know that.
Well, let's see. We saw what happened with the Loma. Let's see if Fimo wins. What about if Loma wins? What happens then after that?
If Loma wins, man, he would just, he would pretty much sustain his height of notoriety already, man. He's number 2 at the top pound for pound. Every time you look on the top pound for pound, it's Canelo Lomachenko. Unless Andre Ward, who put out his pound for pound list, and I think he had Lomachenko 3rd or 4th. I'm not sure.
They don't like Lomachenko, that.
Yeah,
they got that little hate on him.
Yeah, that was a little biased, but most of the time Lomachenko is 2nd, and if he defeats Teofimo Lopez, the only reason I haven't been talking about him as much as Teofimo, because Lomachenko vacated his title, so he wouldn't have to face Devin. I don't think he'll face Devin Haney, man.
Nah,
if he becomes undisputed, so to speak, quote unquote, I don't think he's gonna fight Devin Haney, man.
He's not. He's not gonna fight Devin Haney. It's gonna be these young guys are gonna fight each other.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I've been like highlighting Tio instead of Lomo, because I don't even think he'd even consider fighting Devin Haney.
Yeah, so we need Fimo to win.
No, man, I want Tio. You know,
No, Fimo. That's what I call him, Fimo.
Oh, Fimo. I call him Gordo, Fimo. Yeah, you know.
We need. I think it'll do good for the generation, for the era.
Yeah.
Yo, I got him winning. I got him winning on the fight. And if he's gonna stay in 135, then fight Devin Haney. If he's moving up to 140, I want him to fight a champion. If that's what he's gonna do.
For sure, man. For sure.
Who's Devin Haney gonna fight next for you?
Man,
What would be all right for you? You got Richard Comey out there.
Yeah, but you know, what is he to gain off Richard Comey, who would be sitting on facing his 4th defeat if that's the case? You know what I'm saying? He has 3 defeats already, just like Luke Campbell.
He's ranked number 6.
I know what the rank is, but the ranking is toilet paper, man. That shit is very thin layers.
No, true. Everybody got their own rankings, but they look at him as a dog.
Yeah,
he could be a gatekeeper at 135.
Yeah, he's still legit. I actually like Richard Comey. You know, I don't have nothing bad about him. Very nice guy. But it's not about who's the nicest guy. Sometimes when it comes to boxing, I
about Robert Easter. He's available.
That'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight. But Robert Easter's not at 35 anymore, man.
He's 140. He went at 140.
I mean, yeah, Robert Easter, I believe he's at 140 right now, man. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. He's not at 35 anymore. That would have been a damn good fight.
Yeah, that would have been a good fight.
But top names in 35 is you know, him being the WBC champion, he should only fight somebody that has Wall Street for his resume, man. That's all I'm saying.
How about Felix Verdejo?
If I like that fight. If he's focused now. Is he focused now? Is he back in the game?
I mean, he did. He did a good performance on his last fight. By then, I think he'll be available. I think he'll be available for Devin Haney. I think that's what I mean. I mean, there is fighters out there, you know. And if you want, if you could deal with Top Rank right now, the thing is 135. Top Rank got it on lock. 140, he got it on lock.
I saw his fight. I think it was at the was it at the Garden or the Bar? I think it was at the Garden. I just knew he was a better fighter than that, man. So I know he went through something, he came back and he's supposed to be zoned back in, but yeah, he looked pretty bad. If that Verdejo comes in and fight Haney, he's in trouble, man.
Hey, but it's a good fight for Haney.
Yeah, it's a good fight. If Verdejo will take it, I don't think he'll take it.
Yeah. Oh, we don't
take it, bro.
We don't know. So we're saying that Devin Haney takes every fight and everybody is ducking him.
Well, Javier Fortuna, he admitted we got to scratch him off. At one point in time, it was going to be Yuriorkis Gamboa.
Or Samson admitted. Because Fortuna didn't admit.
Yeah.
His promoter.
Yeah.
They going after what's his last name? Start with a T. Tingenara,
something like that. Yeah. So we'll see what's good, man. I hope he has a solid name coming up sometime soon, man. I don't think Gary Russell's call out. I haven't heard too much more from Gary Russell with the 1.5, because from what my understanding was, Team Haney said they got the 1.5, whatever, but we haven't heard anything else from G Russell, man.
I don't know, man. It's 2 careers where I'm like, yo, it's been not a disaster, but it's been I had so much, I was geared on Russell and Demetrius Andre, but the career has been a letdown.
Oh, okay. What you mean, Russell and Andre? Who?
Demetrius Andre. I had him like back in 2014, and I said in the future they're gonna be top 5 pound for pound by now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Demetrius Andre and Gary Russell Jr. and their career has been like who Demetrius Andre gonna be fighting?
I don't know, man. A lot of people think that he ducked Charlo, but negotiations fell through because Andre wanted to ask for what 100,000 more or something like that at the last minute.
Yeah, that was when they was in 154.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much carried up that, you know, and they ain't, you know, the Charlo brothers, you know how they think. They ain't gonna fuck with him, man. That, you know how they think.
Yeah, but they gone. That's the fight right there, man.
Yeah, that's a fight.
Charlo, Demetrius Andre, that's a fight, and it gotta happen.
It might happen after he finish if he gets through Sergey Derevyanchenko, man.
It's gonna
You
be
know what I'm
tough.
saying? Yeah, Sergey is tough, man. He beat Gennady Golovkin. We know that. They gave Gennady Golovkin the IBF to make it, you know, somewhat worthy to step back in there with Canelo a third time. But
I saw that as a robbery. I called it a robbery when I did the live commentary on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Cool, man. Hey, thank you for stopping through, man. Salute to you. I appreciate it. And you know, I pull up every now and then and see what's popping, man. Now
Likewise,
man. Who you are, man. And
likewise, man. Thank you for having me in the panel, man. Thanks for us chopping it up, my brother. Stay
for sure,
safe,
man.
God bless, man.
God bless, man. Take it easy. Salute to you.
All right.
All right.